losing his mind. And I'm reaping all the benefits.
Let's all go to the lobby. Let's all go to the lobby. Let's all go to the lobby to get ourselves a treat.
Delicious things to eat.
Thank you so much, Ms. Thomas. We do appreciate you. Phil McCracken. Ophelia McHawk. Ophelia McHawk. Eileen Dover. Eileen Dover. Wayne Kerr. Wayne Kerr.
Hey, everybody. Here we are. Yes, we are going to hang out because that's what I would want to do. That's what I wanted to do. I didn't want to. It would be easy to stop and not make content and, get bent out of shape over things that don't go right. It'd be whatever. I have a nice weekend playing with the grandkids coming for my birthday. I know my daughter's at least making either banana pudding or cheesecake. So how can I go wrong? How can I go wrong? I got my Dr. Pepper, got some water. I wish I should get some food delivered is what I should do so I can hang out with you a little bit longer, but we'll see how that goes. We'll see how that goes. And let me tell you what, can't wait to just chat with you guys, stuff like that. First, let me say happy birthday to you, my brother. Happy birthday to you. He's like, his birthday's the day before mine. So happy birthday, my friend. Thank you so much. And he has that in there. And got a new member already, Wolverine Schnick. Oh, man. Thank you so much, brother. I appreciate that joining. Yeah, awesome. Thank you so much. Pat S, my brother. Awesome. Great to see you hanging out. Look at this. Live in Japan, baby. Herbie on the thumbnail. Hopefully you get why Herbie is on the thumbnail. So that will become obvious, I'm sure, as we converse and discuss my years here. And then one of my guests, he's going to be on with me. I'll put the link in there in a minute there, Jacob. Just give me a second to get my thoughts together and kind of all that. But Jacob's going to come and hang out with us for a few minutes and at least do a Padawannabe challenge. We'll see how long he can stay. I don't know what he's got going on, brother. I know he's always streaming and doing videos himself, so I don't want to impede any of that. And but he is about to join the likes of the Padawannabe challenge alum. He'll be doing that as well. So I only like my banana pudding with vanilla wafers in it. Well, is there any other banana pudding? I don't count whatever banana pudding doesn't have vanilla wafer in it. I don't even know what that is. I don't know what you're speaking of, Pat. That's just, I would not know. Look at Chris Persia. Listen, that's how you do it right there. A $5.30 Canadian super chat for the 53 years. So I like that. It's good. I see what you did there. Happy birthday. The greatest time with the grandkids on Saturday. Yes, it's going to be a blast. I can't wait to have all four of them together, go on an adventure, do something, have my kids, have people hanging out and that kind of thing. So we'll do that. So I sent Jacob the invite. We'll get him in here first. He's going to do the Padawannabe challenge for us. So, but Chris, my brother, you do so much for me. You make this so much fun. I love doing this regularly. Appreciate that. So hopefully much more to come, right? Hopefully much more to come. So my brother, hey, Daryl, hope you're doing all right. I know you're busy as well. I will put that link out there for everyone. I just wanted to make sure that Jacob does have first dibs because he may have other stuff going on. He's going to do Padawannabe challenge. I've got all sorts of crazy things I threw myself out there as far as what people would want to do and talk about. So it's really more about you than it is me. I mean, it's my birthday, but that's not what we're about. About you guys you've given me the gifts already. So now what else can we do on my birthday? What kind of trouble can we get ourselves into, right? I was asked well, first off, I have to come clean on, I did watch Wong Foo. Thank you to Julie Newmar. Thank you for everything, Julie Newmar. Because of Shelley Lee. Shelley Lee called it her guilty pleasure. I said, I haven't watched it since I saw it in the theater. The movie is highly inappropriate by today's standards. So you know me, I'm down for talking about some Wong Foo. So that's definitely out there. If you guys do not know what Wong Foo is, then you would need some samples, need some I don't know. You need to have a little idea of what we're talking about, right? There's no way to really put that into words, right? So let me give you a little dose of Wesley Snipe into Wong Foo, so you'll know exactly what we're going to be talking about at some point, because it's just insane.
Can you believe I hit my birthday? Oh, look. Oh, Miss Clara, honey, we gonna make you look like Emma Peel. Oh, sorry.
It's just insane. Wesley freaking Snipes, man. Wesley freaking Snipes. I know. It's completely nuts. It's completely nuts. So, but thanks for that super chat. Thanks for that well wish there, Daryl. Angry Canadian, AC brother. Love you so much for all you do, helping me out, getting to know you as a friend, and encourage you to do that, man. You get it out there and do your thing. I love it. Chris, how you doing, brother? You're same age as my wife. I guess you can't be all bad. Well, my wife would give you a long list of the things I am bad and bad at. So depends on who you talk to, Chris. That's the kind of moral of that story. So Penny, how you doing, lady? Hopefully you're doing all right. And thanks for coming and hanging out with me. Jacob said he'll be here in a minute. Nope, there's no rush, man. There's no rush. I just didn't want to get like 6 people in here and then have something happen or whatever. Bobby's here. Hey, brother. Hope you're doing all right. And I guess we could have 3 or 4 people in here. As long as everybody understands, we'll have to prioritize Jacob and kind of make that the priority there. I did want to ask Chris, I don't know if you can pin the comments, Chris, or not, but if you can, you can pin that to the comments to the top for me. I'll try to do it here in a minute. But thanks, Bobby. Thank you so much. And thanks for being that guy. So the guy from Mario Brothers was in it too. Pat, who are you talking about was in it? So you're talking about To Wong Foo. It's Patrick Swayze. John. Oh, you mean John Leguizamo? Okay, so John Leguizamo's in the original Mario Brothers. Gotcha. Yes, John Leguizamo plays Chichi Rodriguez. Chichi. Emma Peel. Yeah. R.I.P. Emma Peel. Yeah. To Wong Foo. Yeah. It really is, Chris. I got to be honest. It is so much fun. It's just there's just hardly any story. There's really hardly any story. So yeah, there's Chris. Let me see here. Nope, that's not the right button. What is this Padawannabe challenge? Well, Tim, here's the story. We had a giveaway on a stream, and Padawannabe got some original wax pack from Return of the Jedi. And then he messaged me and said on Tuesday on Talk Hard, can I come on? I'd like to open the pack live on the show. I'm like, well, absolutely. Let's do that. But unbeknownst to us, this is what he did. Okay.
So I stacked all the pieces here. We're gonna.
Oh, he went for the hardcore. He chewed the gum. I wish I could see Loki's face.
Wow.
Padawannabe is the boss.
You're the boss, brother.
You're the boss. We are clipping this. This will be a new clip.
It's like dusty Pop Rocks with no pop.
Pop Rocks with no pop. Holy cow.
There's no way that's gum anymore.
It's just no taste at all.
It still tasted like chewing gum. But there's
No, you're a soldier, brother.
It just turns to dust. There's no
So there you go. And the Padawannabe challenge was born, and there's been several folks that have done it. And we have a playlist on my channel. Maybe Chris can find that for me, or Pat, you guys find that playlist for me. There's a Padawannabe challenge playlist in there somewhere. There's so many playlists. So I mean, I get you. So yeah, that's how that started, Chris. And Jacob had won a pack of cards and said he would do it. I'm like, well, okay, let's do that. So I said for my birthday, and I reached out. He said he would. So he'll be here soon. Cajun Corey, hey man, thank you for that. I appreciate that. Yes. So yeah, it's sort of like filming yourself chewing gum that's at least, didn't we say 30 years? Yeah, 30 years, right? I think it's 30 years. You got to go at least 30-year-old gum. So that's what we'll do. So, and speaking of, here is the man himself. How you doing, brother?
Well, hello. I'm doing good. Happy birthday.
Thank you, my friend. And this is so crazy that you're going to do this and we're going to hang out and do this. And some folks don't know what it is. So it's even better. So it's a good chance to have and it definitely represents what the channel and my brand has become, because the Padawannabe challenge is like this inside joke. And now it's like, now Tim Hayes will see the insanity that is. So let everybody, which pack of gum did you have in front of you?
I got the Batman pack.
In 1989 back. That's right.
1989.
Yeah.
Almost
Yeah,
older
so-
than I am.
34 years. Oh man. So are you gonna show us your face as you do this?
Yes, I will here in just a minute.
Oh boy, here we go. He's getting himself ready.
Oh my. It's stuck to the card, so
Oh yeah, it will. It does. That's Wolfen. Hey man, awesome. Oh look at you, brother. All right, tomorrow's your birthday. So we got your tomorrow. That would be Thursday. And Tim, I believe, said he was Friday. Awesome. Let's see. Today, nobody is having to choose stale gum today, are they? Yeah. Oh yeah. Jacob's about ready to do it. We're ready to do it. Yeah. Yes. 30-year-old gum. Yep. And yes, Padawannabe is the legend. Yes, it all started because of him.
you ready?
Yeah,
I'll
you do it,
come
man.
on.
Let's do it.
I'm gonna have it sticking out of my mouth so everybody can see.
Okay, here we go, guys.
There it is. Oh,
It just snaps, pops.
wow.
It's did it keep its chewing gum flavor at all?
A little bit. Oh,
I describe it as like a
tastes like
Tums
cardboard a little bit.
card bubblegum flavored cardboard.
Oh,
Oh, there it hit him. There's a delayed reaction. Daryl knows. Daryl can speak to this in a minute because yeah, there's a delayed reaction
Yeah,
of how
there's
that dusty, chalky fit. Yeah.
flavor. But now it just tastes like card.
Oh,
No.
well, wow, brother, it's crazy. Well, I appreciate you suffering along with us here. Yeah, I know
Yeah.
you could get. I'll have to get you something to rinse
Sorry
that
for
out
the
with.
camera though. I just
No,
have
you're
a
fine.
regular camera for my.
You're fine. You're fine.
Ooh,
There it is. Let's see.
need a drink.
It's that delayed reaction of that. Yeah, get that rinsed out. That's awesome. It does not taste like glass, Pat S. It might taste
Oh.
like glass without a couple of those letters. Yeah, but it's not glass. Oh, Jacob, thank you so much, man. That's crazy.
Yikes, that was nasty.
It is nasty. Yeah, hence the reason it was a challenge. Yeah.
It's still there. Oh. Well, there you go.
Oh man, there we go. Yeah, he did
Happy
it. It's a man
birthday.
of his word. It's a man of his word. Awesome. Thank you, my brother.
Whew.
How you been doing? What's going on?
Good. I've been good. Nothing much been going on. Actually, taking like a 2-week break leading up to
Okay.
the 4th. So
Right.
got some family coming in. So
Right.
that'll be fun. How about you? Sounds like you've got a day planned out.
I've got a nice weekend, I think, ahead of me. I don't think there's anything really major planned. I think I've got it laid out well to be able to get to see the grandkids, try to go on an adventure or two with them, which is always a blast. Anytime I can do anything with the littles, it just makes my day. I've been streaming and videotaping, trying to keep up with all that kind of stuff. It's always fun. There's good stuff to watch, bad stuff to watch. So
Yeah.
that stuff's busy. And yeah, that's it.
Today, after your stream about Old Man Logan, I've been reading that.
Okay, good.
Almost
You
done
enjoying
with
it?
Yeah.
It's a page turner, yes?
Yeah, it is. It is.
Yeah.
Yeah,
that's one of those
superhero.
Yeah, that alternate future thing. It's like sometimes there's misses, but that's not one. That's a really great little story. Now, I will admit there's a sequel to it that it's definitely not as good. And the series, which isn't as good, but they're not the worst thing in the world to read if you were to carry on. But the original is just tremendous. So it's good.
Yeah.
Good. That's
That
good.
whole thing with at the first of it, the Sinestro, is that his name?
I think you're thinking of Mysterio.
Mysterio. That's right.
Right. What actually happens in the story. Yeah,
that's
yeah.
crazy.
Yeah, it's messed up. And you haven't got to the end. What you DM me when you get to the very end and the twist.
will.
It gets hardcore.
Yeah, I think
You'll know why it'll never be adapted when we get to that point, because at that point it becomes nuts. So, but with that, let me say thanks to Magitech Mags for the $10 super. Happy birthday wishes and cakes. And thank you, Mags. Thank you so much, lady. I hope you're doing all right. You're always welcome here, of course. So if you want to, feel free to click that link. I'm trying to find it on. I opened the YouTube window to find it to pin it, and now I don't know where it is. So I don't know where it went. So I'll have to put it in again. So just makes it easier. Folks can join us. So Jacob, what's your schedule for when you after the 4th? What movies and stuff are you going to be doing?
Well, the 11th is going to be The Bridge on the River Kwai. Yeah, so that's
Great
good.
movie.
And I'm starting a new show on weekends. Just a shorter show on weekends.
Same kind of stuff. Doing what?
It's just a all around discussion
Okay.
show. Just cover different things.
Awesome.
Mostly movie related. So.
Very cool. Very cool. Padawannabe is saying thank you for that gift. Yes, Mrs. Pops, man, she rocked and rolled with that. She I don't know if you guys got to see that or not, but we had found these wooden X's at Hobby Lobby, and I got the crazy idea because I'd gotten these 2 damaged X-Men 1 and 2 from the 90s. So we kind of did this paper mache Mod Podge project, and she did 3 of them, but each time she did them, they just kept getting better. And we gave those away. Gave one away on a stream, and I sent one over to Chris. He's my biggest X-Fan fan that I know out there in the world. So,
cool.
Yeah, brother. I hope you enjoy that very, very much. Yeah, it's awesome. So, let's see what else is going on in chat here. There's the link for the Padawannabe, and Jacob, we will clip this and add that to that playlist. Your legacy and suffering can live on. We've done our part. We'll make sure everybody knows. Yes, the first ooh of the day. Yes, that's our first ooh of the stream anyway. Cardboard. Yeah, that's some nasty gum. It is indeed. Yeah, Arwen's is pretty gross too. Yeah, Arwen's like, yeah, and she was going to drink milk, Jacob. Can you imagine chasing that horrible taste with milk? Oh no. My gosh.
No.
Yes, the chants are coming in, Jacob. One of us. Yes, it's fun. Yes. Hey, look, it's Chester's Darthelina. Hey.
Yeah, it was a lot harder than I expected it to be.
Yeah, it totally like pops and stuff. Yeah, it definitely. And when you get in your mouth like that and it's still crunching, you're like, oh. Yeah, the second time I did it, it was way worse than the first time in that regard. So. Yes. There's Matt. How you doing, buddy? Whitechapel's here. Hey there. Hope you guys are doing great. Thanks for coming and hanging out with me for a little bit. That's it. Throwing out those emojis. That's the way you do it. That's the way you do it. All right, need to up the ante on that Padawannabe channel. Mix it up with some pop rocks from the 80s. You ever had pop rocks, Jacob?
Yeah.
Pop rocks they're weird. They're not bad. They're just odd, right?
As long as they don't get a flavor of cardboard.
Correct. Right. I'm sure there's a shelf life on them as well. Yeah. One that we are easily exceeding. Sure. Yeah. Let's see. Oh, PK. Oh, what? I hit the wrong button. There's Padawan. I don't see that after that gum, it'd be smart to do an alcohol rinse and pop rocks. Oh, I don't know. I don't know about the alcohol part, but I can just tell you, just get it out of there. It's the PKL's here. Awesome, man. Across the pond. Hope you're doing all right, brother. Great content on these channels, by the way. If you're not a subscriber, check out some of these channels. These people that are in here, it's like a rock star group just got together, man. It's amazing. Thank you so much. Mr. Grant Gregory from around the globe, man. Thank you, brother. Keep in touch. Let's talk to you again. We got to figure something out. So, Star Wars Day. Yeah, AC is living on. That Star. I got to get that emoji swapped out, AC. So I'm glad you gave it some life. I got to get a new emoji there, Jacob. I can't keep up with all the inner workings of YouTubing. It's too much.
Yeah.
Okay, Orville Nation. Hey, what's that, Jacob?
I figured something out. It's clips up on StreamYard. I just went through and deleted them, and it's not as glitchy. It slows your connection down.
If you have a whole bunch of stuff in your library.
Yeah,
Oh,
it's weird.
that is weird. Did not know that. Well, thanks, PJ. Orville Nation throwing in a $2 super. A happy birthday. Many, many more. I appreciate that, man. And if we got to connect too, man, we got to get on and do something together, man. That'd be great to connect and figure something out that we can do. But thank you so much for that, man. It's awesome. I appreciate you guys. I appreciate all of the members that are here, the super, all that kind of stuff, man. I was just telling somebody today that it's mind blowing that we've got to that point now where it's like, okay, StreamYard's paid for. I got the new laptop this year. So it's like, it's crazy, and be able to think about what else can we do? What else can we move towards? And I've said a long time that I really try to figure out how to get into like, a self-contained separate website. And that's kind of, I think, the direction I want to go, to be able to have something like that. So we can have a way to put stuff out there that way. And there's a lady, Arwen Avalon. How are you? She was on with us last night during Talk Hard for a little bit. That was great. Awesome. Thank you for that birthday wish. Appreciate that. So it's good. It's good. I got to run back over here to my to-do list. So I was asked about this Tu Wong Fu movie. Did you ever see Tu Wong Fu?
No.
All right. Well, I won't put you on the spot about Tu Wong Fu then. It's a weird movie. It's odd.
That's okay.
I was asked like different sort of like one of the questions I was asked is like movies that I started but didn't finish. You have a list of any movies that come to mind where you didn't finish? You started them but didn't finish?
V for Vendetta.
V for Vendetta. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's an interesting one. Is there a reason why you didn't finish?
It was for a long time, but like a week or so ago, I watched it all the way through. But
Okay.
yeah, when I first saw it, I was like, this is weird. I'm done with this.
It definitely is weird. I think that's a fair assessment. Why didn't you get through it? Was it just not your thing? What was your thoughts on that?
I don't know. It's just, I guess it wasn't my thing. It's kind of, I don't know. I don't remember why, but I just didn't care for it the first time I saw it.
Right. Okay. That's a good one.
Yeah, it's weird. Another one is the Watchmen movie. I haven't finished that one.
The Watchmen is tricky because it is not a very faithful comic book adaptation. There's really not a great way to do a good comic book adaptation. So I definitely can kind of get that a little bit, because it's just an odd film. It's like it's superheroes, but not superheroes. He couldn't get it through at DC when he tried to write the comic book. And then when they did this adaptation, it just, I don't know, it really divided fans. I actually have enjoyed it more now than I think I did when it came out. So it's actually kind of the reverse of some of my takes of, well, this one's not aging well. That one actually, I think is, I'm feeling, I'm kind of coming around on it a little bit better than I maybe did when it first came out. So that's kind of my take on that. So the couple that came to mind right away was the way I feel about, there's a movie last year called The 355. Did you hear about The 355? It's just a chick action movie, Jessica Chastain, and it was unbearably bad. I lasted like 45 minutes. It's probably one of the only reviews I've done on a movie I didn't finish where I broke down the 30 or 40 minutes and just said, maybe it gets better, but I'm not in it. I'm out.
Yeah.
It was just that bad. I dipped out. Most famously was Sharks of the Corn with Ironcaster. He mentioned, that I did not get through it all, even though I did watch more than he did. So I'm going to claim that I own a little bit of that. So see, Gap's here. Hey, Gap. Hope you're doing well. Thanks for that birthday wish. Appreciate that. Natalie Portman. Yes, the V for Vendetta, Natalie Portman. Natalie Portman actually can act and has some good stuff that's out there. And George did not make her act in Star Wars. Like, they're pretty bad. Yeah. They're pretty bad. So, Corey saying enjoyed watching the first time and not after that. Yeah. It's kind of a tricky movie. It's very divisive. I can definitely see all sides on that one. Yeah. Holy cow. Happy 53. Wow, Shelly Lee. That's crazy. Oh my gosh. Thank you so much. Oh man, that's so generous of you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Wow. That's crazy. Appreciate that. Well, with that, since it is her guilty pleasure, Jacob, we should talk about Tu Wong Fu.
Okay.
So Tu Wong Fu is it's about drag queens. Let's just cut right. Just cut right to the chase. It's about 3 drag queens. I'm trying to get this picture to open here real quick.
Is that the one with Hugo Weaving?
I don't think Hugo Weaving. It's Patrick Swayze, Wesley Snipes, and John Leguizamo. So Tu Wong Fu, thanks for everything. Julie Newmar. Here we go. So the movie starts off with them at like a drag queen event, like a contest, and there's normally a winner, and in this case, it's both of them. It's Patrick Swayze and Wesley Snipes. They both win, and the grand prize is to go cross country, to go to like the nationals, essentially, right? Yeah. And they decide to take along little Chichi Rodriguez, which is John Leguizamo, and they're going to go on a road trip with this horrible car. It's going to break down. Like they know they're going to have problems. And so there's these great silly scenes with like, you've seen the stand up or jokes with Robin Williams doing his flamboyant gay thing. He does that. Yeah. So it's a fantastically funny scene with him in it. Very underrated scene, actually. I think it's probably one of the just a hysterical moment with Robin Williams. I think his name is John Jacob Jingleheimer Schmidt. So it's just funny because all of, the drag queens have these very over the top names. There's one called Head of Lettuce, Misunderstood, things like that. Anyway, so Wesley Snipes plays Noxima Jackson. Patrick Swayze is Vita Boheme, and then Chichi Rodriguez. So they do have little brief road journey type moments where they're just bonding. They're driving around to visit. I think it's in Pennsylvania. They go and they visit where Vita's family is going to be or something. And, it's like it's a lot about acceptance and how they haven't been accepted and all that kind of things. Then they get pulled over by the Sheriff Dollard. And Sheriff Dollard is played by Chris Penn. And Chris Penn is like the total stereotypical bigot. And it turns sideways because he tries to frisk her, which is not a her, it's a him. And it gets physical, and Patrick Swayze pushes, and when he does, thinks he kills the sheriff, but sheriff's not dead, and then it becomes like the sheriff's out there looking for them. And then it becomes like just comedic awkwardness and uncomfortableness and silliness of stuff from back then, basically. I had not seen it since the theater. I don't know that I would ever watch it again, but I can say I had a fun time, Shelley. It really is a silly, guilty pleasure movie that has aged. There's literally a whole scene. We can't play the whole sequence. First off, it'll probably get me kicked off of freaking YouTube. But Noxima, Wesley Snipes' character, turns around and starts lecturing the other character about what the different terms mean and what it is, and ultimately what a drag queen is. It is fantastic, and it's hysterical. It made my day. So again, thank you, Shelley. Thank you for telling me of your guilty pleasure, which is I think how that happened. I think I got her to just tell me what it was, and I said, well, I'll watch it and give you some thoughts. And I said, I haven't done it yet. Let me just put it on here. So it was on my to-do list. It is silly and fun. There's great moments. RuPaul is in it. They have a real funny little moments and things like that. They're in it. And then Julie Newmar does have a cameo at the very end scene, which I think is great. So before I get other folks in here, let me get through a couple of the chats. Was 355 the all-female action movie? Yes. I would not a lot of action, not a lot of fun, whole bunch of unlikable females. Wasn't having any fun at all. Yes, Shelley, it's freaking great. So could you say 355 is a non-powered A-Force movie going off the trailer I just watched? Yeah, it's bad. It's just such a bland, generic, angry woman. Like, I don't know who wants to sit. It doesn't represent women well. It doesn't represent. It's like, I don't know. It was just an awful movie. Hey, Phil. Hope you're doing all right, man. Awesome.
Hey, Phil.
Yeah, John Leguizamo is so over the top. And he's like totally trying to go after this little like the podunky kid in town who, has another, and the movie's so silly, like it transforms everyone into the love of drag, and they wear all these flamboyant clothes, this big party at the end. It's so over the top, and it's so unbelievable, but it's also just so fun because it just sort of like, it's one of these films that was about breaking glass ceilings and breaking barriers and that kind of thing. So I'm glad they did it. And fun fact, Raleigh Williams said he would only do this film if he could have an uncredited part. Oh, I did not know that, but he is fantastic in his little moment. That's for sure. Yes, I know. Julie Newmar. I know. Rare. Yeah. The guys went for it. Like, you are totally going to tell Wesley Snipes and Patrick Swayze. It's just insane how huge they are. Their shoulders and stuff. It's just ridiculous because they're being treated as though they're actual women. It's clearly they're just men. They cannot make this movie. No. Yes, thank you for that. So, and the three did so well. The plot of The Woman in Town against yeah, it's really, really a fun. It's just one of these movies that by today's culture or the way they're behaving, they want to ignore this even happened. So, the thrift store scene, yes, The Fringe. I know, it's good stuff. And with that, Patrick, oh yeah, all right. Project Storytime is here. How you doing, brother?
Hello, how are you?
I'm doing all right, man. Editor for the Mary Sue is here. That is an inside joke that I don't think talk about really going in the weeds with that one. You don't forget anything. So, yeah, that never happened. But yeah, I probably should still consider my future career at the Mary Sue. Yeah,
provided they still have funding.
Oh, I'm shocked that they're even still open. I would be.
Yeah.
I'd be remiss if they were not closed down like Vice or some of the others that are probably gone. And yeah. So, yeah. How are you doing, man? Thanks for hanging out with me on our birthday stream.
No problem. And happy birthday.
Yeah. Awesome. Yeah. Just thought I'd hang out. I guess we can go to another question. Someone else asked how I do so many videos and what my routine is. I know who this is from, but they didn't give me permission to use their name, so I didn't give their name. I'll just say the letter H is the first letter of their name. How do I do so many videos, and what is my routine? I do a lot of what's called batch shooting. So you set aside a dedicated period of time, and you just do you organize yourself ahead of time so that once you start filming, you're just like banging them out one after another. So if I organize myself, if I'm doing like comic book reviews or movie reviews or like a quick thing, you can see where a lot of them are like 10, let's say 15 minutes or less. That's 3 in an hour, right? So it's not that hard to throw, get through a little block of time, and I can do 5 or 10 over the course of a couple days, and that's kind of where a lot of those things will happen. So usually I have like an outline of what I'll do, when I'll do it, and then everything else is kind of centered around when I can get people on for comic book talks or what's your stories and those kinds of things. I only film 3 days a week. Don't do anything on the weekends. I will do editing and uploading and tweaking stuff on the weekends, but almost everything is done in like sections of time. And then all of my downtime that's not related to my personal, finances or obligations are spent organizing and planning and whatever. So
interesting, because I find editing is the most time-consuming part.
Yeah. Well, so what I do, it's very plug and play. Some folks will know. It's all very plug and play. Hang on, I got to send James a link. I told him I would send him a link, and I did. I totally forgot James because, of course, I have technical issues today. There's no surprise there, right? But yeah, it should be at the top of the chat, but I just sent it to him. Yeah, editing is by far the worst, and anytime there's a bump in the road is when the editing and stuff really gets out of hand.
Yeah. I was for my Star Trek Resurgence playthrough. I'm doing like a 2-3 hour long play sessions, but the video of my gameplay and my audio are separately recorded, so I need to sync them up. And when I was rendering one of the batches, I realized I had mistimed it by half a second.
Oh yeah.
So I had to redo the entire thing.
Yeah. Yeah, it's brutal. I will say, and just total disclosure, right? There are some comic book videos and things like that where you'll see I've inserted a clip or a video or a still of an image, and sometimes that's to cover a mistake. Sometimes you have to do some patchwork and some piecemeal. There's disclaimers on a couple where we've had audio problems, and I'm like, I had to cut a piece out or I had to do this. It totally stinks. And I have full disclosure, I have an interview with someone I care very much about, and I somehow deleted the whole file today. This just happened.
Oh no!
I don't know what to say. I don't know. I emailed StreamYard, and they're like, no, we don't store anything. I guess instead of hitting download, I hit delete. I guess it's just not there. So, yeah. Tech stuff is the worst part. Again, first world problems for YouTubers, I suppose. So, Nos is here now. Nos, I do owe Nos. Nos, Josh, you're gonna love this. Jacob, I love your thoughts. Nos has asked me to do. I'll make sure I get my notes right here, Nos. I have notes, Nos, on your request. Your request, if I understand things, is to do a video that explains the real heroism in Star Wars centers around Watto. And we need to have some sort of outline or video that would be the pretense for Watto having his own show. And actually to the point now where I think I've come up with an idea of a whole series based on these comments that went back and forth with Nas. People like Shellback were in on this, by the way. I don't forget who you people are. Watto, the Rancor trainer, Salacious Crumb, the giant toad that's outside Jacob's Palace, Ula, and Max Rebo.
Outside Jacob's Palace?
The giant toad that eats the bug or whatever. Yeah.
No, you said Jacob's Palace.
Oh, Jabba's. Is that right, Jacob?
There we go.
Too many.
You got my palace mistaken for Jabba's palace.
Yeah, Jabba's palace. Yes. So, yeah. So that's out there, Nas. We haven't forget about you, buddy. Fay Ray. Oh yeah, that was a blunder, wasn't it? Fay Ray. Yeah, I said. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Hey, Old Gamer's here. Hey, brother. Talk about someone that's been a member and supporter since the beginning, man. It's awesome. So. All right, James, I think I sent you the link. Make sure you have what you need there. Lord Thoth is here. Hey there. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Yeah. Mr. Butt Crack. All right. That's it. Let's rock and roll, man. Yeah, everybody's coming up here. Thank you so much.
It's your birthday.
Oh, I don't keep notes on people, Chris. I don't even store your address. So usually like 90% of the time I have to ask if I have the right address, something like that. So no, but I will keep notes, especially if I told you I will try to do something. Like today, your Pit video dropped, Chris. You asked for me to do something on Pit, and I did. So, hey, Adega, how you doing, buddy? Man, tons of folks hopping here. Thank you so much, everybody. Thank you so much. So, Josh, how's things going, man? What's been going on with you?
Oh, quite a few things actually. I've been trying to do editing for my channel again. I'm also in the process of writing a book, and a friend of mine asked me to edit his book that he just got put up on Audible. He asked me to do a listen of his audio recording.
Awesome.
So it's been busy.
Yeah, that is that's some work. I like that. That's good. I'll keep you busy, keep you hopping. Look at Phil sucking up. Thank you, Phil. It's so cute. Yeah, I don't know who commented about Herbie. Herbie was there because he's 53, right? So
Herbie the Love Bug.
It's a little on the nose. I get it for being 53 and all, but I was like trying to turn the thumbnail together. I don't have the skills and talent of Chris Persia, but Phil, I will take.
Persia's a master.
Yeah, I didn't have time. I asked Chris for help when I'm like really, really stuck, but he actually just makes me feel bad about my skills. So I just don't. I don't feel like I'm bothering him at that point. So I'm like, yeah. So.
Oh, that reminds me. I need to ask Chris to do something for me too.
There you go. See, we're all trying to line up into like Chris, you need to have like a virtual take your number thing, like you get it like the
seriously.
Deli. That'd be the best. I'm now serving 463. Yes. Thank you, Chris. Look at that. I appreciate that. So, yeah. So let's see what else I have for questions that people said things I should discuss for my birthday. I have that. Yeah, I'm not doing that part yet. Let's see. Oh, it was gifts. The gifts idea. Should I do? Let's wait and see if Stephen Ransom comes. That was a Stephen Ransom question. So I have that noted. I mentioned movies I didn't finish, how I do videos. I have a spiritual one. We could talk about that. That was kind of deep and heavy. So that was kind of odd one to throw in there, but rank the Indiana Jones movies according to the times that you have watched them. So like, I guess more like rewatchability. Yeah, because I have that factor in the way I judge movies. Like sometimes a movie can be great, but I'll never watch it again. I think is what they're trying to get at. Yeah. Well, I can easily tell you that my yacht club membership will provide me a viewing of Dial of Destiny, so I can put that in the same category with Crystal Skull that I have watched once. I saw it opening day. Mrs. Pops went with me, which was total like. Whenever the fridge scene happened, and they just kept escalating, and I remember I said, I just want to go. It was really far, and she squeezed my arm and she said, just sit down. We're this far into it. And I'm like, okay. I was so out of it. You could hear me groaning out loud. It was embarrassed. She was embarrassed. And at the end, when that spaceship emerges, and I literally audibly out loud said, it's the freaking X-Files. And she grabbed my arm. And she's squeezing my arm. Like, please shut up. You're embarrassing me. And I'm like, unbearable. Never watched it again. Never going to watch it again. Temple of Doom would be the next of least watchability for me. I don't know, guys. I get hot. We're going to do a talk hard on this next year because it'll be the anniversary of next year. I like it, but I don't enjoy it as much. It's okay kind of thing. Then probably Raiders and Last Crusade is kind of like, I don't know. It's sort of like 6-1 half to a dozen. I love them both. They're both great. And I have nothing negative to say about either one. I think just because one is older than the other, I've probably seen Raiders more often, but yeah, that would be for the Indiana Jones person that wanted to know. There is that. Let me see here. Tim asked if anyone can join. Oh, no. Yeah, you can just come on in, Tim. I just don't want you to feel bad if we're like talking about other stuff or, whatever, that kind of thing. And there's also no reason to have to stay. If you want to just pop in, say something and go, that's fine. If you want to just hang out, that's fine too. So as long as we can handle everybody. So, but with me, James Mealy, how are you, brother?
Hey, my
can you hear me okay, James?
Friend, happy birthday. You're not old. You're just seasoned, like a veteran or a well-done steak.
A well-done steak. That should be a shirt. Is there a shirt that just says I'm as old as a well-done steak? I like that. That's good.
There you go.
I told my wife, I said, I'm starting to feel like fermented cheese. I'm like old. I feel like I'm getting a little moldy. I could be tossed aside at any given moment. So thank you, my brother. Thanks for coming and hanging out. I know, we definitely got another video coming up soon, talking comics and hanging out. So yeah, it's awesome. Yeah.
But I want to say this.
So doing okay?
Happy birthday. And make sure you hit me up with your address. I'm going to send you something as a gift for your birthday. It'll be a little late, but hey, like my nephews are always saying, is, hey, they don't care. I'll take a birthday present every day of the year if you want to send them to me. That's all great. Just it doesn't matter.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, hey, yeah. Sounds good. I'll do that. I'm typing that out right now because if I don't do it, you guys don't know.
Unboxing of it. There you go. Some more content for the channel. You can do an unboxing of this gift. So there you go. There's more content for the channel.
I try to do that. I've not always been good about that. And I definitely had someone in the closer circle that Josh would know who's like, yeah, you should do that. You should do that. I'm like, okay. I got it. So, there's a Herbie love for being 50. Yeah. Thank you, Pat. Appreciate that. Lord Thos going Raiders. Yeah, definitely. But I love Last Crusade. I remember seeing it in the theater, just there the whole time. Just loved it. So yeah. Love it very much. Doom is great. Yeah. Lots of things. So, So yeah, Greedo and a Speedo. Holy cow. Yeah, brother.
Well,
Hang
everything
in
I've
there.
heard from sources I trust about the new Indiana Jones is they say it's going to make you long for the days of Crystal Skull. That's how bad the new one's going to be. You're going to say, "Can I have Crystal Skull back, please?"
Oh,
Yeah, I don't know. I don't even know how to handle all that. So let's bring in Tim. Tim, how you doing, brother?
And doing pretty well. Happy birthday, Pops.
Thanks. Happy early birthday to you too. A couple more days and you'll have a birthday. So thanks for
Yeah.
that. Yeah, awesome.
I'm surprised you're only going to be 53. That's
I
only
know.
7 years older than me.
Look at all the mileage. Look at all the mileage right there. Just like Indy. I definitely, it's not the years, it's the mileage. And yeah, 7 years. I know I look so much older.
Yeah, you do look much older, but
It's okay. It's okay. I got it. My mom, I get it from my mom's side. My mom's side, she was like full gray, white, like in her 30s, like way even younger than me. So that's where that came from.
This hair, it started going gray when I was, I think, 39. It was either 38 or 39. But when I turned 37, this was all still brown. But then I started getting a little bit of gray. And then I think in recent years, this started to go gray.
Yeah, I've long since abandoned the idea that there's much color left. So, Cajun Corey, thank you for that 199 birthday wish. Appreciate that. Thanks for hopping in and hanging out with me. Appreciate all the support and love, my brother. Thank you so much. That's very kind. Very, very generous. Thank you so much. So, yeah, Shelly is older than all of us. I know, Shelly. It's okay, but we love you so much. Love you. You got to come in sometime, Shelly. Hang out with me. Everybody out. Shelly's coming in. I'm going to give her VIP treatment. 39 going on 342. Sounds about right. That's how I feel.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, that's how I feel. Yeah, it's good. So, and look, Phil's showing off. I'm 27. My hair turned gray because of my mom. Oh boy. Yeah, Phil, but you got ketchup, man. Phil's all right. He'll hide behind the ketchup. We lost James. Hope everything's okay. His connection was a little wonky, so that may have been it. James, if you come back in, you're fine. But if not, brother, thank you so much for being a friend and hanging out there. Glad you're doing well, and I look forward to our next comic talk. So what's going on, Tim? How are you doing, man?
Not a whole lot, but recently I got something in the mail. I ordered this on Star Wars Day.
Oh yeah. That's cool. That's like the is that the reprint of the vintage one? Yeah, it's the retro one. Yeah, that's cool.
So I've got two of these. I've got this one, and I've got the one that has Luke, Han, and Leia, and Darth Vader, and the Stormtrooper, and Chewbacca in it. This has the droids, Obi-Wan, the Jawa, the Sand Person, and the Death Squad Commander. Yeah,
what they did was they did a retro box of the original 12. So the original 12 was that mail away, early bird mail away, and you would get 12 figures. So with the retro one, there's 2 sets of 6. So super cool. Well, good, Dim. Hopefully you enjoy that. That'll be kind of cool. Do you have a special display area you can kind of have some of that kind of stuff out and about?
Let me move my camera.
There it is. Oh, so yeah, they're going to fit in nice. See, now we got it going on.
Yeah, I've got all that stuff, but it's mainly boxes down here. Let me move this old computer chair, let you see a little bit more.
Very cool.
The bunker, the Endor bunker, and then I customized the Navarro Cantina by combining 3 of them, so I've got that on the table there.
Very, very cool. Very cool. All right, James is back. Let's get James back in here. There you go, brother.
There we go. I think we got the technical problems taken care of.
Oh, StreamYard's not going to play nice, even if it is my birthday.
You're in sync now. I know when I saw you first on YouTube, your audio was a little bit out of sync and you were a little bit pixelated.
Yeah, sometimes you have to leave and come back in to get it to recalibrate. That's good. So that's awesome. Pat's saying he likes Herbie, but there's no Speed Buggy. Hey, I got you. I got Speed Buggy. There's a box set of Speed Buggy I've got on my watch list. So Let's see. I missed anything. Think I got everybody caught up. Okay, so Bobby says, I heard Applebee's doing a promotion. If you order $35 of food, you get a free ticket. That's for Dial of Destiny. And if you see the movie or not, actually counts as view of the movie. I don't know. I heard the same thing. It's a giveaway at Applebee's. $35 one ticket, $70 is two, maximum of 2 tickets. Anything that they can do to pad the numbers, right? Anything they can do. So, yeah, sounds about right. Let's see. They did that with Top Gun Maverick. Oh, I didn't know that at all. Huh. That's a good idea, though. If Applebee's is going to put in, so that's pretty normal. I know Disney bought like massive chunks of theater back. It started with Black Panther as like a little bit of an experiment, and then it went bonkers with Captain Marvel. They were buying like massive sections of theater with Captain Marvel, allegedly giving it away. Don't know. So James, how are you, man? What's going on with comic art and your channel?
Oh, God.
How come I go to him and it buffered? We were doing good.
I don't know what the problem is.
All right.
StreamYard doesn't like
I'll
me,
get it.
It wants to ruin your birthday, Pops.
Oh, it's not ruined. You made an appearance. We're hanging out. You got a good joke at my expense. How much better can you get? So we're good. It's okay. I totally understand. And we're definitely going to be chatting soon anyway. So we totally get it. I don't want to, but yeah, StreamYard has that issue
since you
too.
brought up comic art, I got a little something at the SummerCon this last weekend, so I thought maybe I'd share that with you, that you might get a kick out of that. This is a piece I picked up from a guy who's local to me. His name's Jason Metcalf. He's done some stuff for some smaller publishers. And this is the cover art to a book called Fleeing Darkness. Now, it's a story that was written by a guy who's a pastor, and it's about the beginnings of the communist takeover in North Korea and how they crushed the Christians in the country and stuff. And, it's just a very, very dramatic story. And this is the cover for it right here.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
Yeah, very dramatic story indeed.
And I just love, just look at that detail and all that cross hatching. That's insane.
Yeah.
Even the soldiers in the background, all cross hatching. And then the negative space used with the grass.
The blades of grass, yeah.
And, again, look at the expressiveness of the child's face. Just a beautiful, beautiful image. And the minute I've seen this, I'm like, I have to have this. This cannot belong to anyone else but me. So I made sure that happened. And but yeah, that was my big expenditure at the show was that. So Jason was happy, I was happy, everybody was happy.
Well, that's awesome. Well, on that note, we have another great guest, the Greedo Sexy Cam. I don't even know what to say. I am so honored that you are here, my friend. Thank you for that.
Happy birthday, man.
Hey, brother. Thank you. Thank you. We need to do a stream or something together. And maybe I should get you involved with this whole NOS video about doing a tribute for like Ula and Watto and etc. Because I think that'd be kind of fun.
Oh, that's cool. Yeah, I haven't been on YouTube in a while. I took a break for a while, so.
Oh, I feel you. I feel you.
I'm back. But
Thank
yeah.
you so much.
Anyway. Yeah, I just wanted to pop in, because I never have been able to make a live yet with you, so I wanted to stop in today. Wish you a happy birthday anyway. Meet you finally.
No problem. No problem. I know, Jacob, you got to go here soon too, so we're just going to kind of keep rolling and hanging out a little bit. And with that, let me bring in the lady herself, Shelly. Shelly, how are you?
Hi.
Hello.
You sound great. Looking good. Yeah.
I don't know what I'm fine. I just wanted to I just wanted to say hi.
Hi to you. We hear you fine. I don't know why you're hesitating. We're good.
Because I'm getting an echo.
Oh, you've got an echo on your end. Okay, we're not getting an echo, so it's all on your end. I'm sorry about that.
Is it YouTube? Do you have your YouTube page open?
No, go here.
If you have the YouTube video open in another window and the audio is on, that might be causing your echo.
Oh,
We
so
don't have an
I-
echo when you were talking.
Yeah, you have to mute the other page if you leave the other page open.
Okay, let
Yeah.
me try this. Can you still hear me?
Oh
Yes.
Yep.
Oh, the echo's gone. Imagine that.
There we go.
I'm
There we
just
go.
popping in to say happy birthday. Happy 53 times around the sun.
Thank you so much for such a generous super chat. I appreciate you so much for everything you've done for me and this channel and stuff like that. So now I knock out a little bit of a Wong Foo mention. So you have to give me something else next time. So I have to throw out another thing for you. So you tell me
Well,
what it is.
I can think of anything. I'm actually at work. It's
Okay.
just no one comes into the office other than me.
Oh, I thought I could make a cameo at your job and start saying hi to random people or something. That'd be so fun.
Do you know where I work?
No.
Monster Energy Company.
Monster Energy. Okay.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
So we can pitch them. We can pitch them the Pops and Greedo Sexy Can soda line. Is what we should do.
I wish.
See that?
What we
The Greedo Sexy Pop.
Oh, hey.
I'd be on board with that, but I should probably get back to work because I'm.
You do that. I don't want you to get in trouble. But thank you so much for hanging out with me on my birthday. Thank you for the generosity and stuff like that. Appreciate you so much.
I appreciate you.
Take care.
Bye bye.
Take care. So,
all right, Josh.
Pops,
I know you also said you had to step out. Jacob, you
I
have to step out.
do. Yeah.
It's all right, man. We got to connect to do something again. So
Yeah.
let's figure that out. DM me. We'll figure something out.
Sure,
And,
yeah.
Yeah, let's do something. I don't know what. It doesn't matter. We'll figure something out.
are you on Instagram?
No, not even like, I mean, yes, there's an account. Do I pay attention to it? Usually like every few days. No.
Oh,
My wife sent
right.
me something on Instagram is when I go there. I do not. Only Twitter and my email, which is in almost the description of every video.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't do Twitter, so yeah, we'll have to figure out a way to talk and let me know when you're doing something.
I'll put it in chat. I'll put it in chat, Greedo. My email is not private. It's this is what it's for. So it's just
Oh,
me.
okay.
So I'll put it in chat. You can just get that and send me an email that way too. So yeah, you
All
guys
right.
want to ever get together and do something, just let me know. My schedule's nuts. So whenever I say that, as Jacob has found out, I'm referring to July in like the third week of July, not like tomorrow. So just so you guys know, I'm like, my schedule puts things out weeks. So we have plenty of time to come up with an idea and talk about it in a time and that kind of thing. So, all right.
Cool. That works.
Awesome.
All right.
Awesome.
Well, I'll let you get going. Well, I got to get going anyway. I just wanted to pop in and say hey. And
I'm glad you did. That was cool. That was fun. Thank you so much for doing that.
All right, bud. Take it easy.
All right. See ya.
Bye.
And I also need to leave.
All right, Josh. Well, hit me up, man. We should do another comic book review or do something, man. Just hit me up and let me know.
Yeah, no problem. I might have something that I can send you. I'll let you know.
Sounds great. Talk to you soon.
All right. See you guys.
Take care. All right. ZBR made it. Thank you, ZBR. Thanks for those well wishes. I appreciate that so much. Oh, Gamer, that's a good point. Applebee's has gone out of business in some areas. So but there's like a limited run on this Indiana Jones promotion that we didn't know about. So deleted scenes. Hey, sorry I can't jump in. Drop in a like. We'll catch up later. Hey, listen, man, totally get it. Thanks for hanging out. Yeah, love this guy. Great stuff over his channel too, by the way. Awesome stuff. So from across the pond as well. Oh, great. Have a good day at work, my friend. Talk to you soon. We got to schedule another comic book talk. I think I'm due on my channel this time. We alternate. So let me know, Gray. Let's see. I think we're just catching up. Zach's in the house. Hey, Zach's. Good to see you, bro. Thank you so much. So, yeah, that's good. That's good.
He wished you happy birthday. Shocking that Zax told you happy birthday.
Zax is all about it. You know, I'm not gonna throw any craziness this way. These folks, man, there's just so blessed, man. This place, you guys are great hanging out and stuff like that. So, all right. So let me ask you guys, Jacob, before you go, because you just say you had to go. What is a question for me or something you want to know or anything like that we can kind of have some fun with? It can be reasonably personal. Okay. Jacob? I think, Jacob,
maybe
you're muted.
He left and just forgot to log out.
Maybe. I don't know. He said he had to go out and step up, but I don't think he left yet.
No, I'm still here.
Okay.
I think my internet's kind of spotty.
Oh, it kind of spot. We didn't notice it on our end, so I'm sorry we didn't know that. So, okay. Sorry about that.
Well, that's okay.
Yeah. I was having rain here too. I thought it was me for having spotty issues, but my signal, I checked my signal. It doesn't appear to be me. So,
Oh, it's
but
it's sunny. So that I live out in the country, so it's comes in through a dish. So sometimes it's spotty, sometimes it's not.
Gotcha. All right. I was just giving you an opportunity to throw out another birthday question or comment or something like that because I knew you said you had to head out soon.
Yeah. I don't know. What was the first comic book you bought?
That's a tough one because I'll treat it as though the 1989 forward era, not stuff when I was a little kid. I don't know which of these I got first, but I know I went to Walden Books and loaded up on graphic novels, trade paperbacks. So they were in no particular order. I don't know which ones were first, but it was Dark Knight Returns, Batman Year One, Elektra Assassin, Crisis on Infinite Earth, and Dark Phoenix Saga, I think, was the first 5.
Wow.
Nice.
Yeah. I was down the rabbit hole with a friend.
That's like creme de la creme choices right there.
I had a friend and they had a bunch of these books and stuff like this. And I went from like not reading comic books to the movie to this is really cool to this is like I was immersed into like this was like literature. This was deep and heavy and interesting. And it was easier to get the trade paperbacks because I didn't know floppies. I didn't know which ones to get. I didn't know how to interpret it. I didn't know anything. So that was it. Yeah. And I was hooked. Obviously, I loved Miller's stuff and I was down the rabbit hole. Crisis took me down the DC rabbit hole. I ended up buying every single parallel issue, wasting tons of money, but it was okay. I have no regrets. So, yeah, there you go. Comic book lore with Pops. So, but Jacob, I'm so glad that we hung out, man. And I can't believe you did a Padawannabe challenge, man. That's a total boss move. That's not for everybody, but I get it. Thank you so much.
Yeah, thanks for having me on, man. And happy birthday.
No, anytime I can. Thank you. Yeah, thank you for those birthday wishes and support. Appreciate that. And we'll talk soon. We'll figure something out. And probably even like early August, and probably the soonest I could be able to make your channel on that 8:00 show that you do on Tuesdays.
Okay.
But your other night shows, let me know. We'll figure something out.
All right. Later.
All right. You take care, Jacob. Let's see. Jacob is headed out. Jedi Bill. Hey, brother. Hope you're doing well. Thank you for the birthday wishes. Appreciate that. DJ Ronnie G as well. Thank you. 4 days after my own birthday. All right. 2 days after my brand new nephew. See, everybody's got these birthdays all together, Tim. We're not alone, man. Yeah. Awesome. All right. So, Tim, what else have you been up to?
All those summer month birthdays are because everybody was getting busy in the winter when they couldn't go outside.
Yeah, October,
That's why
November.
You have so many summer birthdays.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What else have I been up to? Well, I just go to church once a week, and then I'm usually at home because I'm not doing church choir over the summer. There's no church choir during the summer.
Right.
It's just during the rest of the year. So I'm at home a little bit more right now, and then I'm going over to I think I'm going over to my oldest brother's house on the 4th of July. I usually go over there on the 4th of July.
Awesome. Cool. That's always fun to get together with family and stuff like that. James, what are you doing on 4th of July? You got any plans, man?
Probably just, cooking up some food and just relaxing, enjoying the day, with the wife, just kind of quiet until, of course, the fireworks are going off all night. Because we get plenty of that around here, trust me.
Right. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know that we're going to. Well, we don't really get too many fireworks in the woods where we are. So that's actually the nice saving grace for living that remotely from everybody else. We have control of some of that kind of stuff. And I don't know how the littles will take some of that. So we probably won't do the big firework thing, like taking them to a big place where it would be real loud or whatever. So I think we were talking about getting like really small scale stuff like that they can just kind of experience, sparklers and things like that. But just being able to hang out with them And then I'll probably drive back into town on the 4th, actually. So at night, I'll probably actually be in town where I work, take them home and stuff like that evening. So ZBR with a super sticker. Thank you, ZBR. Thank you for that. I keep forgetting to not keep checking my phone because it pops up on my phone before it will pop up on StreamYard if it crosses StreamYard. And I do apologize if I miss anything. I will assume that Chris will keep me honest. So Pat's here too. So, but ZBR, thank you so much, brother, for that super sticker, $1.49. Appreciate you. Appreciate your support, and can't wait to see more content out of ZBR. He's like a guru of like the Doctor Who world. He's got so many collectibles and stuff like that. I said if I just turn him loose and encourage him to just do shorts, just put the camera on that item, say something about it, or play music over it, and go to another one and keep repeating. It's just an endless supply of fun for that kind of stuff, in my opinion. I get some cool stuff like
I'm starting to do shorts now, and I did a short on one of my recent action figure buys on a few of these. They're Funko / Super 7 reaction figures of the Universal Classic Monsters. I got 3 more of them. I bought most of the rest a while back, but I recently bought the Invisible Man, the Wolfman, and the Mummy. So I have a short where I show those 3 off.
Yeah, it's cool, man. I love looking at people's stuff like that and toys and things like that. I do apologize to Mr. Buttcrack Media if I didn't say it. He had sent me a member chat, so it doesn't pop up on my StreamYard for some reason. And he says just hello to the panel and hello to chat. So hello to you. He's been a member for 2 months. Appreciate that. Matt, also a member, just said a member chat as well. Happy birthday. He's been with me for 7 months since the beginning. Basically, Matt's been a supporter and a great friend this whole time. And talk about an encyclopedia. He is, when it comes to movie and TV and some comic book stuff as well. Man, if I had him and James on, I say I figure out to wire them all up and just turn them loose. I won't have to say a word. They can talk comic books for an hour, and I don't even have to say anything. That's how much these two guys know. Gray at Wakazashi is also a member for 7 months. It said, "Happy birthday, Pops. Best wishes to you." I've got to do better at figuring out this. This is the biggest drawback to StreamYard is I've got to figure out how to get everything on YouTube across, and it's just not everything does. It definitely is inconsistent. So.
Well, speaking of members, I saw you put up the new one today, our little bit we did where I showed some art, and then we talked about comic book ads.
Yeah, it's a fun little clip indeed. Yeah.
So all you guys out there who are members, I hope you checked it out. That was definitely some fun stuff for me and Pops, going down memory lane with those old school house ads from Marvel and DC and others and stuff. That was great. I love that. That was a lot of fun.
Yeah, and we're going to do another member clip when we get together. It's kind of a fun little thing that we do for the members, so you get a clip there. I have another member clip coming up with Clobby. I have an interview with him. We talked about just general stuff with Clobby, and then we did a member clip as well, which may not be for everybody, but we thought we'd have fun with it, so we did do that. So Jedi Bells, I really dig that comic book rack in the back. Yeah, James, you're getting some love. The spinner rack is definitely a legacy item there.
Yeah, well, that was a birthday gift from my wife this year. She bought that for me for my birthday because there's 2 things I have always wanted. Like, I'm set up in a part of a room right now. I don't have my own room yet, but we're going to work on that. But 2 things I always wanted, like my own personal room this way, was one was a comic book rack, and the other was an arcade game. It was the 2 things I'd want in the background, and so I got one of them now. So it's like just got to work on that other one and then get a room set up where it's like there it is and it's all perfect.
Okay. Do you need one of the like a vintage arcade box, or are you okay with like one of the 1-up games where it can be on a pedestal?
Oh no way! I got to be vintage.
Well, I don't know because there's a big price difference. I mean, I don't want to have to get Heidi on here too because there's a price difference here. That's all I'm trying to get. I'm just trying to get scale.
I know that. But you know what? It's just like when you're going for the issues. You could buy a trade collection. It's a lot less than buying the individual issues. But man, I'm a purist. I love the original issues. Right. I'll always go that route.
All right. Well, Heidi, just so you know, Heidi, he's running up the tab. Just so you know, Heidi. Yes. All right. With that, we say his name once, say his name twice, 3rd time. There he is. How you doing, Matt? Thank you, brother.
I felt like I should have an overcoat on and have dark lights going.
Something. I don't know, man. It's all fun. It's hanging out. Yeah.
Happy
awesome.
birthday, Pops.
Thank you, brother.
Hopefully
Thank
have
you.
another 53 coming. You know.
I don't know, man. You don't want to see me at 106. That's got to be.
Well,
They better start figuring out some of this
We'll be
regenerative
heads in the
health
jar.
stuff
You
to
know
get
what I
me.
mean? What
What's
do they
that?
call them? Futurama, the Hedatorium or something like that?
Oh, maybe.
yeah.
Yeah, maybe. I could. My kids would not. They'd pass me around. I'd get lost. I'd just be left in some
They
closet
just stick
at
you
one
in
of
a
my son's
closet.
house.
Like,
Yeah.
Take great grandpa out. It's his birthday. It's his 110th birthday. It's like,
Yeah, I know. He's 107. He's going to want to talk about Indiana Jones or something. Walk him around.
Indiana Jones 19.
Yeah. Happy birthday from Mark. Thank you so much, brother. Yes, he's right behind me. I think he's a year younger than me. So I don't know for sure. So Pat throwing out those emojis like a boss. Yes, I'm a big fan of the scissoring hen. He doesn't get enough love. Scissoring hen, she needs more love. So Zach says, met Pops. Yes, we did. We hung out. Legitimately great dude. Wow. I don't know about all that, but you know, I appreciate the love, Zach. Appreciate you, brother. No, we had a great time. We really enjoyed that. Meeting people in person. If anyone's coming to Central Florida, at least let me know a couple weeks in advance so I can try to make sure I don't schedule a show like this one and I can make it over and hang out with you because that would be really cool to meet people face to face. That would be better. So yeah, ZBR. It's all about that. It's like, I'm not into shorts. It's like not my thing. But when it comes to looking at people's like toys and stuff like that, that is my thing. So the shorts, that's where you will get like me. And I can see that. And I do it too. I just kind of throw them together and do a few, but it's not consistent. But you have so much cool stuff, dude. He sent me pictures and there's just, it's wicked cool. Yeah, he purchased more. Oh my gosh. It was James. You have no idea, man. There's Doctor Who stuff everywhere. Matt will probably into Doctor Who way more than me. So.
Oh yeah, I just actually just got the DVD Blu-ray of the 10th season. That's my one goal with Doctor Who now is get them all and then remastered, so when I watch them again, I can see it. You know, cool. Yeah.
Cool. Thank you, ZBR. Very kind. Truly a nice human being. Appreciate that, man. God bless you. God bless you. Happy birthday. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Very good. Very kind. All right. So Stephen Ransom asks, because you guys will appreciate this because we're at least old. So there's no reason doing this with just anybody. So I was asked about gifts I've received for my birthday. So when it comes to certain things, I thought, well, let me make sure I get the phraseology right because Stephen worded it a certain way. Specific gifts, that I've received. So I try to pick things that I still have. So I don't mean this like a movie somebody bought me or a shirt, just like so. The first one is clearly my Yoda, ceramic Yoda. So ceramic Yoda was painted and given to me by my mom. And I don't even know what the hair on his ears is made of. It's some sort of fiber that she cut and glued on there. So he has like these fibrous looking hair, and you can tease it so it stands up. This thing is so incredibly lifelike with the way the light reflects off his eyes that this had to be removed from the kids' room when they were little. They would freak out.
It looks cool.
Yoda has been with me this whole time. So I want to say she gave this to me when I was either in my late teens or early 20s. And I've had him ever since. So that's my number one gift. Then
that is very lifelike looking.
Yeah. Let's see here. Okay, so this is I see. I guess I'll show you the item first, and then we can go to so it's on a shelf. I have it shelved so it won't fall because I'm always afraid it will fall.
Wow.
So this is a Texas Instrument program recorder. Here's his box. Still had the price tag on it. A friend of mine bought this for me. Found it at a Goodwill. He found it at a flea market. The person had bought it from a Goodwill. It was still in his packaging. Now it wasn't. It was opened, but it was still like in the styrofoam, wrapped in plastic. I put batteries in it, and it worked. Now I didn't record anything with it. I don't have a cassette tape to record. So, that was actually my gift from Dave. My friend Dave, and it will play and move, at least the wheels move and stuff. So that's my Texas Instrument program recorder. That's my second, and then the last gift is so strange. So my first, I want to call it semi-professional I know.
That's
Wait.
paperweight day?
You're not going to believe this. What this is. So my first semi-professional gig was writing on a website called Crazed Fanboy, and one of the other writers, he covered Disney taking out 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea, the ride from Disney World, and he went to this graveyard and had all these props and stuff like that. This is actually plastic flowers from the ride 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea at Disney World. He gave them to me.
Wow.
He said he had a whole case of them.
Wow.
And we met in person at a lunch, and he brought me them. And thanks to Ed Tucker, I've had them this whole time. I haven't talked to Ed Tucker, but I still got the flowers that he gave me from the 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea. So I love 20,000. It's one of those, I don't know, nostalgia things for me that I love is my 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea stuff. So, yeah. So there's my the top of the gift list heap, if you will, off the top of my head, or things I haven't talked about previously or something like that. So Dean Kranz with a $5 says, happy birthday, Pops. Many happy returns. Thank you, Dean. Thank you for that generosity. Appreciate that. Dean is super knowledgeable, man. Military. We've done a great stream, and we need to do more. Dean, I got to figure out how to rope you into doing those things. I just don't do as many streams anymore. It sucks up more bandwidth of my time. So, yeah.
Yeah,
no, Matt,
you did a lot on.
Go ahead, Tim.
Yeah, I'm sorry to interrupt, but you did a lot of live streams on Star Wars Day, though. It seemed like you were doing live streams the whole day.
Yeah, that was a crazy day. So yeah, that was a live streams, pre-records, all sorts of stuff, all piecemeal together for basically 14 hours, 15 hours. I was live for like 10, I think. It was nuts.
And it was a real Star Wars Day.
It was a real Star Wars Day, indeed. Yeah. I did my part. Hopefully next year people will maybe not do that kind of massive scale, but they can get inspired to talk about those types of things and really kind of we're talking about next year doing Ghostbusters Day, because next year is the 40th anniversary of Ghostbusters. I don't exactly know how to string Ghostbusters out on that type of scale, but I'm willing to at least participate. So,
well, you do a 10-hour show and then really have a 2-hour gap for the movie that doesn't exist.
Okay, well, I don't know. Yeah, we'll see. Bobby's got to dip out. Thank you, Bobby, for hanging out. Appreciate that. Jedi Bill's throwing out some love. Thank you so much.
So, Pops, I have an anecdote for you.
All right.
It was, you remember the movie you were talking about earlier, To Wong Foo?
Yes.
So I live in Hudson County, and I grew up in Jersey City, right? And they filmed some of it there. And at the time, like Journal Square was like the central hub of the part of Jersey City that's up the hill, the way we refer to it, right? In the olden days, it was where all the cattle went to train and became a big transportation hub. So when you see pictures of Journal Square now, you'll see from 2000, 2015 when it's all built up and looks nice, right? But prior to the year 2000 or so, it was a dilapidated wasteland full of homeless people selling drugs, buildings that looked like they were on fire 10 years ago and whatnot, right? Except there was this a couple places like that. There was like the Jehovah's Witnesses had their place, which was perfect, and there was a restaurant there that you saw in this movie, where if you go up to the building, it looks all burnt down and whatever. But if you go up to the third floor, this restaurant took over the top floors of multiple buildings, and it was a beautiful classical Chinese restaurant called the Canton. And you never would know that it was there for like 40 or 50 years because Journal Square was bad for a long time. But it was like you had to sneak to the restaurant to get in, you know what I mean? But then when you're in there, it was a great time and it was great food. And they filmed that To Wong Foo there. Some scenes of it, the opening scenes were filmed there in that restaurant. We were all trying to get up there. We heard they were filming because, we're trying to get up there and try to get ourselves on camera or something. Yeah. But
that is so funny. So the restaurant scenes,
yeah, the Chinese restaurant scene is in that Canton. And they never showed the real outside because they said they're filmed in Jersey City, but I think they claimed it was in New York. But
right,
because the outside looked like a wasteland. I mean, New York looked like a wasteland. Oh, actually, no. 90s was Giuliani time, so New York looked kind of good. But the outside Jersey City was a wasteland at the time. It's like,
I wonder which pieces were filmed, if that includes Robin Williams' scene, because I don't think he would be on set there. They would have filmed that in a studio or not. But let me see here. Let me get the tabs so people can see what we're talking about.
I'm gonna see if I can get a clip of it up. And
So on the right, on the far right, you can see Wesley Snipes and Patrick Swayze at the red table with the thing right there. The decorations are in like they're supposed to be in like a New York Chinese restaurant. And then on the wall behind them is where that picture is of Julie Newmar, and it's addressed to Wong Foo. Thanks for everything, Julie Newmar. That's the premise of the film. So that's actually filmed. What's the name of the little town? It's near Jersey City, you said.
Well, there's Jersey City, Union City, Bayonne, where I live. Those are the three cities that are along the line there. Then there's West New York. There's a couple of little towns further up. There's along the Hudson River. These are the towns. Then there's Secaucus. But that red table and all that's the canton.
This is filmed in JC. Yeah. There you go. Interesting.
Yeah, it was a beautiful place. I mean, like my family, it was a running joke. Like it was so beautiful because the rest of Journal Square was a dilapidated dump. We would all say that, you know, we would joke about it, but it was great food and everything. It's not. I think they closed finally. I think it's like one of those like IT schools or something up there now.
Right.
Yeah, but
I will tell you that it was one of those movies. I watched it in segments. I didn't watch it straight through. I watched like, this 20, 30 minutes or so. Then I watched this piece and I watched this piece. So it's just an odd film. It's sort of hard to get your head around. This was, first off, that it's a movie, because there's no real conflict. They manufacture the scene with the sheriff a little bit for a little bit of conflict, but it's sort of like a road film, but not really, because they stop for so much of the film, and then it becomes like cultural conversation. But the entire time, it's just really just watching Patrick Swayze and Wesley Snipes. That's all you're doing the whole time. And then, of course,
yeah, it was like
Leguizamo's just Unchained at times. So
it was like a one-time watcher, So.
Yeah, it's just one of those things. But she said it was one of her guilty pleasures, and I said, "Well, I love guilty pleasures. I love it. What's one of yours?" And she told me. I said, "I'd watch that movie for you." So I did. So
yeah, everyone has movies like that,
Yeah. It just doesn't age. I mean, it just ages so inappropriate. I don't know if you saw the clip I played from the very beginning. Do I have it on here? Yeah, here we go.
Can you believe I hit my birthday? Oh, look. Oh, Miss Clara, honey, we gonna make you look like Emma Peel. Oh, sorry.
Well, I said in chat they can never make that movie today.
Oh, that's nothing. There's scenes.
No, I know. I've seen the whole movie. I'm just saying, like they'll be like, why aren't they having drag queens play drag queens, and the whole spiel they do.
Yeah, there's a whole spiel. They turn around and starts explaining about this means this means that. Yeah. I'm like, oh boy, that whole scene. I downloaded the whole. I got a clip. I downloaded the whole clip, so I have it, so it won't go away in case the movie gets yanked from, the internet. Who knows? So, yeah, I know Padawannabe. I don't own it. I just, I streamed it. I don't know which service I streamed it on, but it was out there. Wasn't that hard to find. Yeah, I live in a place like that, Dean. Yeah.
There were a couple of drag queen movies in the early 90s. Like, was it Priscilla, Queen of the Desert?
Yeah,
that's a Terror Stamp.
That was an Australian movie, I think.
But I think there was a whole set of there were a couple other drag queen films that just, for some reason, it's maybe one of them came out and everyone's like, oh, we got to make drag queen movies now, Like, we got to make superhero movies now, that type of thing. That I don't know. I remember a couple of them, obviously two Wong Foo and Priscilla, but just a couple others from that 85 to 95 time.
Yeah, I remember Priscilla, Queen of the Desert, and I remember just watching it and thinking to myself, I'm both engaged and horrified over the terror that I'm watching General Zod with boobs. Like, I'm just totally freaking out the whole time. I was like, what is happening? And I'm also like, I can't look away. Like, it's like the emotional conflict, and I don't know if I'll be able to get that through the talk hard agreement process that we have, that they'll do something that expensive with a movie like that. So I don't know what its future is. We're going to kind of just keep that in our back pocket for now as one that we maybe try to throw out there at some point. Because it was 1995. So once we get to, if we're still doing this in 2 more years, they won't really have a way of saying no to me. It'll be the 30th anniversary. How do I, so.
I don't know when drag became such a adult-oriented thing. You know what I mean? I remember Milton Berle. Remember Milton Berle? He had a drag act he did. A lot of the old time comedians did it, or people used to dress up in drag all the time on Halloween.
But I think that was more like cross-dressing for the fun of it, where I think like the Wesley Snipes joke in the movie, or at least the line of the movie is about, when a gay man has too much flavor or whatever, that's a drag queen or whatever. I'm like, oh, okay. So that's what it's kind of like an identity grab for that RuPaul mentality compared to like Milton
Now
Berle.
it's become like, that's all there is. It's
it's a completely different thing now.
Yeah. Now it's like, it's an all in like adult oriented lifestyle. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Whereas before it was, I had a couple in my family who dressed up like that all the time, and they weren't like strange like it is now. You know what I mean? I'm trying to use certain words. I'm not trying to say they're strange. I'm just trying to avoid certain words for Pop's channel. You know what I mean?
I understand. I appreciate that.
And we weren't like, I mean, they were just like cleaner on MASH. You know what I mean? It was just there, and I don't know. It just seems like every single thing that seems okay that no one cares about becomes something that people have to protest about 20 years later.
That sounds right. Okay, so wait, Padawannabe, you just watched this movie? We should talk. We should talk. It's Padawannabe. I got you. I've actually been going back and trying to list movies that we are rewatching at least semi-regularly that we don't have a physical copy of. And I've sold Miss Pops on this because something we couldn't find, and I had to go to eBay and overpay a little bit for it to make sure I got a physical copy because we just didn't. I don't know if I loaned it to someone, never came back. I don't know where it went, but it was called Pushing Daisies. Any of you guys heard of Pushing Daisies?
I kind of remember it.
It's like a really quirky comedy.
Was it British?
No. Brian Fuller only lasted it's really only one season.
I think I did hear that television series. Yeah.
Yeah, the second season didn't last very long. It's just a very interesting one. It just has this incredible dialogue, and it's just one of these things where some people I've had watch it or whatever, they just don't like it. So it's definitely not for everyone. Matt, if you pull it up, we'll share your screen, Matt. We'll just post it. You pulled it up.
Well, I'm grabbing IMDb for it.
Perfect.
Hold on, let me just get it into a separate window so I don't share everything. Present, share screen, Pushing Daisies. There we go. You got it?
Yep.
Yeah, I kind of remember. I don't know if I watched it, but I kind of remember it. But for some reason, my brain is saying there's something British associated with this. I don't know. I could just be like a misconnected neuron. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like sometimes you remember something like, I'm going to Google for it just for the heck of it, just to see if there's a British. Sometimes they remake British TV shows or whatever.
Right. They So the premise is he can touch a dead thing and it comes back to life, and then if he doesn't touch it and it stays alive after a minute, then something else has to die in its place. And then if he touches it a second time, it's dead forever. So it becomes this whimsical thing. He's he's trying to have a relationship, but he can't touch her. And basically he gets sort of recruited and partnered with a person that's like a private detective to solve crime. They just go in, touch the dead body. Who killed you? Boom, touch the dead body's dead again. You solve the crime, get the money. So it's just sort of like that kind of stuff. But I actually love the show, and it had interesting production value and some great dialogue and stuff like that. So, okay.
Well, it said it got hurt by the strike. Remember, there's a writer's strike around then. I'm just glancing through the Wikipedia. It says
I think it was really expensive. It's got a lot of visual effects. It's very expensive. So that was definitely what I think I heard. So, but Tim, I know you got to go here soon.
Yeah.
So I'm glad you're able to hop in and hang out with me for a minute.
Mm-hmm. And have a happy birthday.
Thank you. You too. Hope you're doing. Have a great one, and hopefully we'll talk again soon.
Okay. Have a good day.
Take care.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, see. So this show, Pushing Daisies, was originally meant to be a spinoff of Dead Like Me, because Brian Fuller left Dead Like Me after season 1, and the showrunner wanted to make it a spinoff of that. I don't know if you remember Dead Like Me or not. So that's interesting. I like Dead Like Me, at least the first season of it.
Yeah, we enjoy the show a lot. We had a good time with it. So, Zax remembers that. They're talking about Tootsie and Bosom Buddies and things like that. Yeah, that cross-dressing thing for a reason was one thing, but the lifestyle changed, and now it's evolved into something completely different 30 years later. It's completely nuts. So,
Trivia question for you, Pops. The
Oh, I don't do
opening
well
to
on that.
Bosom Buddy is the guitar instrumental from what classic rock song?
Yeah, I have no idea.
Layla.
Wow. Okay.
There's a long instrumental at the end of Layla.
Billy Joel.
And I was the only little kid when I first heard Bosom Buddies. I'm like, that's Layla. That's Layla.
Oh my gosh.
My parents were like, you know, but it was. Yeah.
Bosom buddies.
Yeah.
Oh, geez, Pat. I don't want to tell you, man. Stay tuned with John Ritter. Yeah. Yeah.
He is missed. John Ritter was one of my favorite actors when I was a kid.
Yeah. Pushing Daisies
John
is
Ritter,
on Max.
yeah.
Check it out with my wife. I do recall the series. It's just
Me too. He's one of my favorites. When he died, I felt very sad. Like I lost an actual family member when I heard he passed. Because you know, I'm the eldest in my family, so I never had any older brothers or sisters. But if I could have chosen an older sibling, I would have wanted Jack Tripper as my older brother.
He was great in everything he did. And the show he was filming when he died was called Hooperman, which I thought was going to be a great TV show. It was very highly rated. He was a cop who owned a building, and it was kind of like a dramedy. And he died like after season 1 of that. And
yep,
yeah, I loved him. I loved him at Tree's Company.
James just wanted to have an excuse to go down to the Regal Beagle. That was all there was to it. So we should watch Up the Creek. I think is the 50th anniversary this summer. Huh. Okay. Up the Creek. Great dialogue, interesting character work. The Bear. You're not the last person to talk about Bear. Bear keeps coming up in conversation, so maybe I need to hop over there and check out The Bear. Interesting. Oh, 40th anniversary. Okay, fair enough. So, yeah. Tex Ritter's son. Yeah, it was rough. Yeah. I wanted to say, Matt, that you were absolutely right about 1883. Holy crap! What a great show! What a great time!
And it pulled no punches. I mean, my aunt cried. I do tear up at some points in TV shows or movies. My aunt, who was big with me on some of these westerns, she called me after every episode just because she was crying after every episode. She said, "I was like, so
wow." So if you guys don't know about Yellowstone, I think Yellowstone is fine. Yellowstone, if you watch Yellowstone, know that season 1 and season 2 is one story. Season 3 and 4 is another story. If you're like me, I didn't know that was going to happen. So when episode 10 of season 1 ends, I was actually angry because the story didn't end. It didn't like this. He starts walking. I'm like, there's no resolution. What is happening? So then I had to watch all of season 2 to get to an actual end in a storyline, a story arc. Then they do these prequel shows. And Matt told me, so just watch 1883 first. You're going to love it. Don't worry about 1923 right now.
But that's really
1883 was so good. Here's my reason. I don't like 1923 because it did the exact same thing. It just abruptly ends. There's no season 2 yet. It got delayed again because of all the crap going on. So
you just wait till season 2 comes out.
I'm like, well, yeah, that's what I would tell people now. Don't even bother. If you haven't seen 1923, just wait till there's a season 2 because the story will at least continue. Otherwise, they just leave you hanging, and you're like, well, nothing happened. So
there's a line in 1923, which is not a big spoiler because you haven't seen it, but like because you know when you're the audience and watching something or reading something, so you know more than the characters know, but right. So there's a line where one of the characters says something happens, right, and the villain is laughing at her, and she goes, "You can't wait till my son gets home." And they laugh at her, and he goes, and they say something about her other son. She goes, "No, you haven't met my other son yet."
Yes,
and we the audience have seen him the whole season.
Yes, we know
what's coming. You know.
Yeah, because I tweeted this guy is like the embodiment of like an Indiana Jones. He is going to kick butt. He's going to take names. It's freaking great. Yeah.
He's this is a spoiler. His name is Spence. He's a legit hero.
Yeah, Spencer.
I love Spencer.
Yeah.
He's like he reminds me of Rip of that, like the Rip of that era. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Yeah.
Mike, wife ran right through. Yeah, it's good stuff. Sam Elliott sold me. Yeah, you prefer 1923. Interesting. Okay, I'd love to unpack that sometimes, Dean. I think I love 1883 more because it felt so gritty and raw. They had no problem killing characters in dramatic fashion. Loved all that. So
okay, so the next in sequence.
Hey there, hope you're doing well. Great, thanks for being here. Appreciate that well wish. Awesome. Dean. Goodness gracious me. I don't even know if they have filmed on season 2 or done anything or not.
It's supposedly written already. but the filming is delayed because he's filming the 1883 sequel series, and now he has to deal with head case Kevin Costner causing Yellowstone to be canceled. I don't know if you heard all about all that. You know,
Well, he went off and started some other project, right? He's got some sort of
Yeah.
epic thing he's working on. He doesn't have any patience for Yellowstone anymore. And I got to be honest, dude, I don't know why they didn't kill Costner off. The show would have actually done better to hand everything off to the family.
I agree.
And for everyone to figure out how to move forward, and because now it's just like a bunch of like loose threads that are kind of not as interesting as it got to a certain point, and then it hit a wall. I don't want to get to spoilers, so I know some people may not have seen this, and I actually got to be honest, I'm protective of really, really good television because it's so rare. James, you and I talk about this. There's so few good things. I feel like I want to cling on to it, like don't protect it. Like, well, if you haven't seen it, I understand. I don't want to spoil.
Well,
because
the reason
so
they're
few things that are good
canceling it is because he's an executive producer with strong contractual control over the show. So
crap.
they have to cancel it to get him out.
Oh,
because this is Costner being a total d-bag. This isn't a disagreement over like the character or whatever. Like they haven't even said
if I'm not in it, we're not having it.
Yeah, type of thing. Yeah.
Well, hopefully Taylor Sheridan has enough control. He can keep doing spin-offs or some other version, and that'll be fine. So.
Well, we do. We have. I was going to say, 1883. It was originally called. The Black Marshal character was going to be about him, but now it's about the Marshals.
I totally agree with that.
Yeah. There's a so-called tentative called the 666.
I totally agree with Pat S. right there. Yes, it's great that the fall season is going to be trashed, considering that means all these woke writers are going to be unemployed and not creating garbage and ruining our franchises. That's excellent. That's one of the few things I'm happy about with this writer's strike.
I think it's great for us because, and we just get to recommend good stuff. We just get to go around and just watch, more stuff and talk about what's good and what's not good. So Yellowstone's going to lose. Yeah, I know. It's just ugly. Yeah. Keely Chow. Hey, thank you. Hey there. Doing all right. Just kind of hanging out. Keely Chow. Hope you're doing all right.
You also go watch From. Season 2 just finished. I'm working on my reviews of the last couple episodes. 2 more going up tonight. That is one of the best TV shows on in the last 5 years.
Second best Wyatt Earp. Okay. Costner. Yes.
Dances with contracts. More like Dances with Headcase.
So I just keep putting From off. I will get to it. I apologize because I did have that prioritized because you turned me on to From. I did enjoy season 1 of From and recommend season 1 of From. But I kind of got down the Black Mirror rabbit hole a little bit. So I got to do a little bit of that. So I'm enjoying some of the social commentary that comes with a show like that. So,
well, my biggest fear with From season 2 was they were going to do the same mistake they did with Lost or with the X-Files, where they just go deeper into the mystery boxes and never. And all I can say, my reviews are more spoilery, but I will be vague here and say they don't do that.
Okay.
It is a very satisfying season, and it's worth watching.
Okay. Because I think you heard I did a video on it and talked about it a little bit. I didn't want us to go down this road where they didn't have an answer and it just becomes like Lost. It just becomes, I can't stand that kind of stuff. So Black Mirror is short. You'll be back in no time. Yeah. It's, but I've never really watched any of it, Padawannabe. I only watched like random episodes. So I watched season 6. I have videos to catch up on doing those. I watched did a couple videos, but I went back and watched, somebody asked me to watch this one and watch this one. So I've kind of got a couple that I'm doing. But the problem is a lot of those are long. They're 45 minutes to an hour or something. So they're longer than watching From. So we'll see. We'll see what I can handle. I don't know. It's going to be tricky too. I won't get anything done over the next few days because I have the littles. When the littles are in town, Pops is watching what the littles watch. And then by the time we go to bed, I'm wiped out.
Well, show them some old cartoons. Yeah.
You know what they love? Wacky Races. Remember Wacky Races?
That. Yeah.
Penelope Pit Stop and the Wacky Races, man.
Yeah.
I just got it in high def. It was about a month ago. Have to rewatch it, man.
Yeah,
with,
that is
Dick Dastardly and
Yep.
All of them. Grape Ape on top of the van or something. I remember.
Yeah, it's not Grape Ape. I don't know which one you're talking about. They don't.
I have.
Yeah, it's these. It's because they make Muttley and Dick Dastardly different than they do when he's on like Laugh Olympics and stuff. They prefer the Wacky Races version. So yeah, this has been the highest of requests in Pops's house since they've gotten. I tried Hong Kong Phooey. I tried other stuff, and it always just kind of goes back to watching this, and they're cheering on. We're having laughs over. I try to explain to them why the one guy's called Pat Pending, because he's the inventor and his car changes into all sorts of different things. I try to talk about the anthill mob and what mobsters are, and so we just try to use it as a learning experience the best we can. But yeah, Dean, that's what the grandkids want to watch. It's so crazy. So yeah, I'm on the black hole. I know the Black Mirror hole. I see what you did there. Yes. Some of the cringe. Yeah. Okay. And Magilla Gorilla was? No, I don't think so either.
Yeah. Well, is this the one? I actually call it one of the episodes right now with one of the giant apes in it. Let's see if we can show you a picture of this. It's still.
Well, I know Grape Ape was in Laugh Olympics, but not on Wacky Races.
Yeah, maybe this is the character I'm thinking. I'm cross-referencing with. Where is it? There it is. This is from the 8th episode.
Oh, I think it's just part of a race then. Yeah, I don't remember that one. It must be the race of the week, because a lot of them will have.
This episode is called where is it? Real Gone Ape.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's maybe I was thinking this is Grape Ape when I was a kid.
Yeah, I think it's just the. It's not one of the race. Oh yeah, yeah.
God, an ape in drag.
Yes, he hypnotizes the ape. Yeah, so he can win. And of course, he ends up getting hypnotized by the gorilla itself.
Yeah.
Yes, Penelope Pitstop. Yeah, my granddaughter was all about Penelope Pitstop because, of course, she has the little lever. She can put lipstick on, do her hair, pink car, the whole thing.
It's Captain Caveman.
Yeah, no, actually, it's not Caveman in this either. I thought this was too. It's actually they call them the Slag Brothers. Pull that up. Make sure I got that
that's
right.
That's like the other show. Then the Wacky Olympics must be one. Remember?
Yeah, they're Slag Brothers. They're basically just Captain Caveman. They're just drawn different and they act different. Yeah, U.S. of Archie. Yeah, the TV show Archie. Yeah, of course. And just everything like that was that musical cartoon, Dean. Josie and the Pussycats and stuff. Yeah, sing and dance numbers, man. Yeah. Yeah, Grape Ape was on. Had his own stuff, and then he was on Laugh Olympics for sure.
Yeah, I gotta get Laugh Olympics in because
Yeah, Penelope Pitstop was freaking great. Yeah,
well, Penelope Pitstop had her own series for a little while too. She wasn't just part of Wacky Races. She had her own cartoon where she fought against Paul Lynde.
Yeah, was it just
Penelope Pitstop?
What's it called? Perils? Was it Perils? Penelope's Perils or something?
Perils of Penelope Pitstop. Yes.
Okay. Yeah.
So I'm just looking over the episodes of Wacky Races. And number 30 is Fast Track to Hackensack. So that means it takes place in New Jersey.
Yeah, sounds right. Yeah, no, I don't have the Penelope Pitstop show. We've watched it because they also recognize the fact that the Anthill Mob is on there, and so is Dick Dastardly and stuff. So they're all about that. They really love Muttley and Dick Dastardly. So, yeah. That would be the number one recommend.
I can't remember the name of it, but there was a Dick Dastardly show where he was in the Air Force. And they all had planes. Him and Muttley and a couple other guys. They were always trying to shoot down some other guys. I forget the name of the show, though. Blanking on the name.
Yeah. I don't know if
flying machines, right? Something about flying machines.
Yeah, they're like all they all fly in these planes. They all look different, but they're all from the same group. It's just hilarious.
Yeah, I
pretty much the same thing. It's just flying machines, I think. But I don't know what other characters were in. I don't remember.
Well, Muttley was in it, of course, but there were a couple other guys on Dick Dastardly's team. They're like a team of bad guys, and they all have planes. I remember that.
Like a Red Baron thing or something, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, Conica Red
Yeah,
Baron
here it
thing,
is.
yeah.
Yeah. Dastardly and Muttley in their flying machines. Oh, the picture's too small to share. It's not blowing up. Yeah. In Germany, Dick Dastardly and Muttley, the villains from Wacky Races, are now flying aces in World War One styled aeroplanes. Vulture Squadron.
Speaking of the
The
Red Baron,
Vulture Squadron, that's right. Yes.
Daniel
You guys remember
Boone.
Snoopy and the Red Baron?
Yeah, The songs, I could still sing that song if I heard it.
The song and the cartoon book. Yeah.
Yeah,
And the Viewmaster. The Viewmasters were
I had
actually
had the 45. Wore that 45 out, man. Yeah. Oh yeah, such good memories, such good times. That's probably the best part about having the grandkids is being able to just sort of like have an excuse to just relive random stuff like that. Yeah, I know, Daryl.
Well, I tip my Thomas Shanty tree of Pops by getting him involved in the stuff that we grew up watching and having him love it. That's awesome that you've done that.
Yeah. So I try all sorts of different maneuvers, James. I'm totally sneaky, like how I do it. So when they started, because they get up early and not everybody else is up, Mama's got to go out and feed all these animals. I'm stuck with these kids. It's too early. And so again, I had been doing the Saturday morning cartoon bit, right? Those videos. So I said, we're just going to turn those on. And they started watching those. And the next morning, the littlest one asked, can we watch Mighty Mouse again, Pops? Can we? I'm like, honey, you can have whatever you want. That's how you're going to roll. And she was asking about the toys and the commercials. I'm like, that toy, I can't afford that toy. Oh my God. That toy's on eBay for like $80. I'm getting that thing. But it was down that rabbit hole. And so when I rip some of those commercials, and I haven't done this for a while, it's been several weeks. I'm sure people are sick of me doing the same commercials on my little Batman and X-Men videos, but you got to go in and rip the commercials. I would cut out some of those shows and I try them out on social experiments. So like there's one called The Littles, where it's the little elf things that live in the walls. They love that one. The girls do.
Like mice people almost, yes.
Yeah. Captain Kangaroo was okay as long as the moose and ping pong balls and stuff were involved. There was a lot of talking. They weren't interested. Trying to think of what else worked really well. Mighty Mouse was a huge one for me. I couldn't believe they liked Mighty Mouse. She asked for Mighty Mouse. So we watched a few of those kinds of things. They watched Karate Kid, the Karate Kid cartoon. I have no idea why that one stuck. I only had one episode of it, but they watched the whole thing.
How old are your grandkids?
Let's see. We are at 9, 6, 5, and 3.
Well, the 9-year-old, maybe the 1980s Astro Boy, the colorized one. That might be something with the.
Maybe. Yeah.
They liked a little for the little ones, but
yeah. They liked the droids. I actually have the droids on DVD, the Star Wars droids cartoon, that really cheesy because they play up C-3PO and R2 just being way over the top hokey.
Yeah,
it played well to like the 5 and 6-year-olds. So and the 9-year-old likes anything as long as Star Wars is if it's blowing something up and there's a lightsaber involved, he's happy. He doesn't care. So as long as it's got that, they're just going to talk. He's not interested. There's no and/or going to happen with that kid.
That's how we were as kids too, Pops.
Absolutely. Yeah. Absolutely.
That's how we were as kids with Star Wars. Just we don't care about his talky stuff. Just show us ships in space shooting each other and show us lightsaber battles. That's all we want. Just give us that.
Whitechapel, that's a good choice. I don't think I tried Underdog. I own a lot of Rocky and Bullwinkle, so I will try to remember and I will pop that in. We'll see if that flies. HR Puffin stuff and Sydney Marty Croft stuff. I haven't tried. I want to say I tried something with Banana Splits and it didn't work because that was one of my favorites. I love Banana Splits stuff.
Seymour, what was it? Seymour the Sea Monster?
Sigmund the Sea Monster, Land of the Lost. Yeah, they just keeps going. I love all that stuff.
I still rewatch Land of the Lost at least once every couple of years. I love the original show.
Yeah. Oh, Johnny Quest. Oh, yeah, we were talking about Johnny Quest. I was talking about that with somebody earlier today. Yeah, Johnny Quest. Love Johnny Quest. I don't own any Johnny Quest, though. Oh, they've been raised on Schoolhouse Rock. No, forget about the cartoon experiment. My kids have taught their kids Schoolhouse Rock. So they were like little, and they would know 3 is a magic number, is the easiest song to get your kids into math because it's a song about threes, and they don't realize they're doing multiplication. They know the song. It's cute, so the girls like it because there's a baby in it. I mean, Schoolhouse Rock is like a softball for educating your children. They've been raised on that.
Conjunction, junction. What's your function?
Absolutely. Yeah. Lolly Lolly adverb song. I'm Just a Bill. Electricity. 5. Sing by 5. They like to sing by 5.
Mother Necessity.
Mother Necessity. Singing by 5s is fun because they go fast, right? They think it's funny. They can go as fast as the song goes. Oh, yeah. They've been raised on Schoolhouse Rock. So that actually is kind of like a no-brainer. It's almost like, yeah, Pops, we've watched that 100 times. You want to watch this. So, yeah.
I just started to rewatch the Journey to the Center of the Earth cartoon.
Oh, man. Yeah. I'm popped.
Here's one for your Pops. For the boy who loves Star Wars because he likes lightsaber battles, get him to watch Thundar the Barbarian.
Oh,
I wish I had Thundar. I really want Herculoids and Thundar, and copies are a little on the pricey side for me. So, I've
do you want them, or I mean, like I could lend them to you, so to speak.
Yeah, I know. I would need to burn them to a disc or something that would be more manageable than a digital copy. So yeah, I could do that as well, but I have to get I got to figure out something physical for them. But no, I actually did that as well because I actually showed a clip on one of the cartoon things we did. We played a little Herculoids and stuff like that. So,
well, I have all my media. I have discs I buy or whatever, but I ripped them all in and put them on my Plex server. I don't put discs in to watch anything anymore. You know, plus I share it with my family and stuff. They just all watch stuff now. So.
I just got to be honest. I just got to pull the trigger because there are copies out there that are not that expensive. I'm so cheap. Like you said, I got the digital copies.
Thundar was remastered. Hercules was remastered, so you can find good copies of them now on Blu-ray.
I love Pinky and the Brain and Animaniacs. Don't know if that one. I don't know. I want to say we tried, and it didn't take. I know that we did the state song with the Capitals, and they froze in front of the TV because it's music, right? So the kids huh? So they did that, but I don't know if they watched the show. I sorry, hit the mic, guys. Sorry about that. So, Thunder action figures, yeah. I'd like to see that.
I used to walk my little brother to school when he was 4 and 5, going to pre-K and all that, and we used to do the Pinky and the Brain routine all the way there. He loved that.
Is the Herculoids Blu-ray, is that a good transfer or is it not good transfer?
It's better than a DVD where you see gashes of dirt on the film. I'll put it that way.
I'll take it as a positive. Okay.
Yeah, I wasn't very impressed by the DVD version of it years ago. It was I actually I watched it at my friend's house because he was a big fan of it. I'm like, maybe I should go buy this. And the 5th episode in, there was just big gashes on it, like they didn't bother cleaning it when they scanned it. Yeah.
I didn't know there was a Blu-ray. That's good to know. I'm glad I didn't buy.
Here's one's a little more on the wacky side, Pops. But how about Pee-wee's Playhouse?
I'm down for Pee-wee. I don't know. I don't own any Pee-wee.
Well, get the movie, Pee-wee's Big Adventure.
Yeah, we could try that and see if they'd watch it or not. I don't know. I don't know if Mr. Pops wants to watch that.
There's a show from the 90s called Mighty Max.
Try the "Are you pondering what I'm pondering" clips. Interesting. No, I get clip recommendations of people that want to watch me suffer. So the recommendation for the show had to do with this dating video about body count. They just wanted to see me react to it, and I just did not want to do that. So, but I did have a great recommendation. We should do this one. So Miss Bella Games actually did this. Let me I'll copy it in here so you guys. Let me see here. She had a great comment, a recommendation. So let me put it in here real quick. I'll pull it up while you guys can. Oh, her comment's really long. Let me cut part of this out. So, yeah, there we go. That'll work. It's really good. This was pretty fun. So she said, memory lane. My only idea for the live stream was to walk down memory lane of pop culture through the 70s, 80s, and beyond. Happy birthday. And my response back has to do with like, I thought I could take you through like the big milestone stuff, which is going to be down the same kind of things with you guys. Like, you know, there's like the pre-Star Wars, and there's post-Star Wars. So Star Wars is that big of a footprint. Like there's a little bit of the lead up, which is mostly for me, like the Marvel stuff existed, right? Because the animated cartoons and all the merch already existed in my world, all that kind of stuff. Obviously, you know, comic books and Marvel stuff, and then all the kids' cartoons and things like that existed in that sort of like pre-Star Wars universe. And then post, it just becomes crazy land because you end up from everything from, and first off, we also just think about the movies of what we ended up with, like, you know, Superman's the next year, and we end up with, you know, Empire and Jedi, and in between there, there's just so many things that are happening, like movie wise, and then on toy wise, it's just nuts. It's this incredible renaissance of action figures and stuff, everything from Transformers and He-Man, things that come along even a little bit later. Yeah, I loved all that kind of stuff. I was really into just everything. I don't know. I'm just that was it. It's whatever I get my hands on. My uncle had come back from Korea and he had the beta tapes, and there was 4 movies per beta tape. So I'd go and I'd watch the kids babysit if I could get away babysitting. And then when they'd go to bed, I'd be watching beta tapes, all the movies I could get my hands on, whether they were rated R or not. I was watching everything. Way too young to be watching it, probably, but yeah, watched it. Yeah. Saturday Supercade pops. Kids love Qbert. Start them in November and show them the Thanksgiving episode. Oh yeah, that's good. Yeah, Qbert. I remember watching Qbert. That's fun.
The show was okay with it. The video game to me was
Pole
one of the stupidest
position.
video games ever.
Pole position, yeah. The cartoon would come on. It was like one of the last
that was my
cartoons.
tune on the Saturday Supercade was pole position. I love that. It's
Pole
totally,
position?
It's like let's mix the game with Knight Rider and just put it all together. It's just awesome.
That had to be the most knocked off video
Talking
game
cars
ever.
that can transform into
Yeah.
hovercraft and stuff. Just awesome.
I remember the cartoon for Qbert because it was the cartoon that came right at the end, right before Saturday Baseball. So if there was going to be Saturday Baseball, Qbert was one of the last ones. That's why I always remember watching it.
Speaking of the 70s, do you remember the Johnny Bench
Happy
baseball
birthday,
show
David.
for kids?
The what's that?
The Johnny Bench baseball show for kids?
Yeah.
Yeah. They don't do anything cool like that anymore.
No, there's such a lack of trying to get merch and stuff into the hands of children like we had. Like I remember going to like the Happy Meals for us were not these disposable cheap little throwaway things. There were always something that seemed more interesting. I remember even like the baseball things. We used to get these little disc card things with all these stats and stuff on them. They're about this big. I had to try to figure out how to search those up and find them. I remember Burger Chef had the Star Wars things, and you'd pop out the Happy Meal stuff, the Fun Meal stuff, and make this paper X-Wing and land speeder. And you cherish that thing because that was what you had because you didn't have action figures and stuff yet in 1977. So
yeah.
Original Peabody and Sherman would fit along with my Rocky and Bullwinkle set because it's all part of that same set of stuff. It's all in there. I have all that. And they already watch things like Scooby, and people think about Scooby-Doo. They already watch all that. My daughter was, my granddaughter was like 2, and she knew the Scooby-Doo song with me. Yes, fairy tale, yes.
Fractured Fairy Tales, those were always awesome.
All that stuff was fun. I loved all that stuff.
Yeah.
You getting some love from DJ Ronnie G. Spider-Man Amazing Friends. That one didn't stick. I don't know. I've tried that one several times. Yeah, I love it. I think it's because they have in their head kind of a little bit about what Spider-Man is, and it doesn't match. So they don't quite get it. Now, the 3-year-old has been into Spider-Man, so anything Spider-Man is good to go for him. But the others are not watching. But he's just dinosaurs and Spider-Man. Dinosaurs and Spider-Man. That's all he is. That's it.
How about the Incredible Hulk?
No, Hulk doesn't get any love in my house. None whatsoever for some reason.
Do you remember the older animated show from the 60s with Captain America and the Hulk and all that?
Yep.
You know the song Captain America throws his mighty shield.
Yep.
And then the Iron Man song with the racing car and all that. I have to get those cartoons. I have to get. I haven't seen those in years.
Where did I find some of those? Because I ripped Are some of those on YouTube?
Possibly. There's always, in theory, everything is on YouTube if you know how to look for it.
Yeah.
Like, there's a way to encode stuff backwards and play it forwards on YouTube. So that's a way to sell the high seas on YouTube for those who are interested.
Gotcha. Yeah, because I found something and I ripped it off. I played it earlier. I can just try to figure out how to play it. It's got a long pause a little bit and there's no sound. I got that piece with something Stan Lee did, and I did it about the time Wakanda Forever came out. So I found some of that stuff from back then. It was out there. I had the Submariner show and stuff like that they did. So yeah, the journey, again, to go back to what Miss Bella said, the journey through the 70s and 80s it's a little difficult to figure out how to fence that in, because it was like, as a nerdy kid, it was Star Wars everything. Then it was superheroes and comic book type stuff. And then whatever action figures and toys kind of went along with it. I will say, like some of my prized stuff would be like, I had one of those, how big was the Godzilla that rolled on the floor? Like that thing had to be at least 3 feet tall, right? Hit a little thing in the back.
Dynasty with the Shogun Warrior Godzilla?
Yeah. It's like it had the thing you push in the back and the tongue would come out, the fire would come out.
I'm trying to.
It's got to be closer to like 3 feet.
All the Shogun Warriors are like this high.
So 2.5 feet, maybe 2 feet. Yeah, he seemed bigger than that, but yeah, he was.
Well,
so
the tail was like long.
True. Okay, yeah, right. You're right. So a lot of times my action figures would be how to team up to deal with the Godzilla crisis of the moment, that were barreling over whatever I could build out of Lincoln logs and Legos or whatever blocks I had, things like that. So.
Well, Godzilla always won when he attacked.
Well, if once I got Boba Fett, the game changed. I'm just saying. I mean,
the time Godzilla had an epic kung fu fight with Ponch from Chips. I was there for an hour. My mom thought I was crazy.
Smurfs, Snorks, and gummy bears. Dinosaurs. Captain America throws his mighty shield songs. Yeah, you guys know the love. Yeah, Soul Train. So Soul Train comes on, time to go outside or watch Kung Fu Theater. Kung Fu Theater is later. So yeah, it's like how old am I? So yeah, that's kind of the transition into, baseball season or football games, or then Kung Fu, and then it was like Creature Feature. So yeah, you were always trying to navigate the waters of the programming and that kind of thing. So it's good.
That between PBS, like that was Doctor Who. What was my show? It was like, when I was a little kid, Doctor Who aired on four different times on Saturday, on ABC's local station at like 10, then on PBS at noon, then on PBS at like 6, and then PBS at 8 o'clock. So I watched, and I had no idea that they were all the same character because they're all different doctors until I was like 9 years old. But I was like, but the TARDIS was in all of them. I'm like, is this like a sequel show? Or I couldn't figure it out until I learned about the regeneration stuff. I saw one regenerate the other, But then after that, after Doctor Who, like you're saying, then the local stations had Kung Fu Theater, Kung Fu Action Hour on another one, and then the third one had a crime movie, right? Then at 3 o'clock, they all had Kung Fu movies on. Then at 5 o'clock, you had a monster movie on 2 of them, but one was American monster movies and one was Japanese monster movies, right? So it was all that those local stations to fill their shows on weekends with all that sort of stuff. It was great.
You're giving me an idea, and I'd love to have you back too, James. We should do it. I actually have a stack of like vintage TV guides, like a stack, like 8 of them, 10 of them. We should just rip one of those out and just start going through it.
Oh my God!
Here is a pop culture reference for you, Pop. So I like watching reactions to people watching old movies that they're out of their cultural context, right?
Okay.
So last night I watched these 2 guys in their 20s react to The Lost Boys, right?
Oh my gosh! Yes. Okay.
Yeah. So, and there's a line that the grandpa is with the grandson, who's played by the actor who's dead now, one of the Coreys.
Corey Feldman?
Yeah.
Corey Haim.
Yeah.
Corey Haim is the one that passed away, yeah.
So They get in his truck, and he goes, "Hey, we're gonna go to town." And he starts it up and stops, and he goes, "This is as close to town as they ever get." Right? He jokes to his grandson, and let's go watch. And then I'm gonna go inside and get my TV guide. And the kid goes, "You have a TV?" He goes, "No, I just like to read the TV guide." And they couldn't understand because the TV guide back then had all that stuff in it. You know, all the TV guides had like articles and everything.
Yep.
Now it's just like a web listing or something.
Yeah, it's just this thing you scroll. There's nothing to read, right? It's like the channel on our cable that like replaces the TV guide. The TV guide knows like a little book.
For months to read some of the old articles and whatever, you know.
And it was funny because I did look at one of them recently because I was going to try to figure out how to do a short or something, but it's hard to hold it open and not like ruin it because I didn't want to like put too much pressure on the spine and cause it to separate. They're obviously they're built for a certain location of the country. So I think a couple of them are from Detroit or something. Yeah. I don't know where and how I even got them, to be honest, guys. It could have been, I would never have bought them on eBay. So it's probably something I bought as far as someone's collection or something. I was at a yard sale once and somebody had collected and bagged and board every Entertainment Weekly to that point. What I paid, the bags, boards, and boxes were worth that much money because every single magazine, you know how expensive magazine bags and boards are? Just the bags and boards themselves. I'm like, oh my, because I started double bagging them so I could take all the magazine bags and boards and use them on other comics and stuff like that. Yeah, so it probably was in like a collection I bought like that or something that some guy had at a yard sale or something like that. But we should do a TV guide reaction. That'd be fun.
You would be surprised how much some of those old magazines are worth. Like
I had no problem selling a ton of them, and they're in beautiful condition. I mean, these things are. There's one or two that I have left because I actually have one set aside to gift someone. I just don't interact with that person, but I know this is right up their alley. Just because they're beautiful. They're like I've never had them professionally graded, but you can grade them just like comic books. I don't know how you would press and clean them and prepare them because I don't think they're the same as a comic book, but they do. And if you were to run across something that grades really high in a magazine, it's worth a fortune because how many of them are there? It's even rarer than a comic book that someone would have like.
Well, I got to check on. I still have a bunch of my old Star Logs from the 80s.
Yep.
I know the first ones, the X-Files appeared in back in the 2005 time was worth like $50 or $60. You know.
Yeah.
So whenever I move and unearth that stuff that survived the flood, I mean. I'm not gonna. I mean, I don't know if I ever reread the Star. I might reread my comic books again, but I don't know about reading Star Log again. You know.
Right. Yeah, there's someone that has these Sports Illustrated ones where they like grade out like at 9.8 and stuff like that. They're just worth exorbitant amount of money, especially if they're old. Because who kept their freaking Sports Illustrated's mint? You know, it just didn't happen. So. Oh boy, what is James sending me a link on? Oh man,
Brave Star. Look at that white
This is one for the
Brave Star.
That you should try to find. I think they would enjoy this one.
All right, let's pull this up here.
This dates me as an 80s child for sure.
Jace and the Wheeled Warriors.
Yeah. Wheeled Warriors.
Thundering across the stars to save the universe from the monster mind.
Look at that.
Yes.
There's more detail in that
and a monster mind
of our other shows. So,
anyone remember Ulysses 31?
Vaguely.
It was an imported French action show.
I do.
Yeah.
Jace and the Wheeled Warriors. Oop, I actually hit the wrong thing.
Warriors explode into action. Lightning strikes.
Oh, they're gonna like that. Oh, I love this style. I don't remember this one actually. I love Star Blazers and stuff like that. Obviously, the stuff with the Gotcha Man guys, Battle of the Planets.
Battle of the Planets. Well, Gotcha Man is the real Japanese name.
Right.
Well, I should say Science Ninja Police Gotcha Man so that people don't get on me. You know, it's like
yeah. But this is very similar. Yep, 1985.
Well, clearly that's done by either Rankin and Bass or
There's
Japanese
our hero,
animators.
Jace.
You know,
right there. That's Jace.
Yeah.
Yep. Well, I'm gonna Let me save it. Cool. Very cool.
And it's got one of the most rockinest theme songs ever to a cartoon for kids.
Brave Star. Yeah, we were talking about Brave Star one time. It's fun. Wild Wild West CW, the boys of the Moo Mesa. Oh my. X-Wing is in the house. How you doing, brother? There's a link at the top. Make sure you come in here and hang out.
I found.
So I have a story about X-Wing. X-Wing, you're gonna come in here so we can tell the story about the action figure. Because I talk about feeling guilty. You are not getting my address. I am not taking some action figure from you, dude. There's just no way. Chris Persia, yeah, I know. Gotcha, man. Stuff's awesome. Mighty Horbots, yeah. Happy birthday, man. I don't know if X-Wing's gonna come in. I don't know if X-Wing's gonna come in here or not. I'll tell you guys a story. It's so crazy. So what did you have, dude? Did you have like a 5,000? No, what did you have? Some sort of subscription celebration contest to give away an action figure or something? And I just knew he had a celebration stream. I didn't know he was giving stuff away. I just know that I finished editing. I opened the window. I open if I have a moment time, what I'll do is I'll open the window and I'll see what my subscriptions are. I'll see who's live. And I'll pop in, open a window or two, and I'll listen or whatever while my videos are uploading before I go to bed. And sure enough, I hop into X-Wing, and it's right before he's asking some sort of trivia question or whatever. I knew the answer to it, and I thought it was just like a gag, like you're picking on Pops. Does he know, quiz Pops? Because who knows if I'll remember in the moment. He asked me the same question 10 minutes later. I might not even know. Anyway, I won this thing. I'm like, dude, I am not popping in your channel for 2 minutes and winning some toy. Anyway, I'm not giving him my address. He'll figure it out. It's going to show up in my house. I'm going to give it away. Turbo Teen. AJ, how you doing, brother? Talk about a great show. Their Saturday show, Heroes with No Capes with Left Eye Ego. It's just a blast. Yeah. The 10K sub. Yeah, man. Freaking great. I walk in just to say, hey, congratulations. Next thing you know, he's trying to hand me an action figure. Seems like some sort of weird setup. Your subs are going to revolt, man. They're going to tell you no. It was a setup. And I'm like, no, I did not do it for that. It's crazy. So, but yeah, man, it's been a blast. I should probably go and get some food. I know I'm hungry, but do you ever do this or do something like this and you don't even realize how hungry you are until you stop? But you haven't eaten for 7 hours, 9 hours or something. So, but I'm glad you guys did come hang out. I've got all the chat. You guys came hang out. Unless AJ or X-Wing, you guys want to come up in here for a minute? We can. If not, I'll probably kind of phone it in. I have a ton of videos I should work on.
The Adventures of the Galaxy Rangers.
He didn't bring up the Adventures of the Galaxy Rangers yet.
We both just said it at the same time.
What? Oh, I don't know. Which one are you guys talking about? I don't even see it. What are you talking about? Adventures of the Galaxy Rangers.
You don't know what Adventures of the Galaxy Rangers is?
I don't know if I know. What do you mean?
Let me grab a YouTube trailer.
No guts, no glory.
And it is on YouTube. So I'll grab the intro. Put it in the chat.
I'll say this, that the one thing I did notice with some of that stuff was I always had a problem getting to watch some things if my siblings wouldn't watch it when I was a kid. So this is another anime style?
Yeah.
That's why they wouldn't have watched it. And this is 86, so you guys got to remember I'm getting older now too, so they're not going to watch it. I don't know how much older I am than you guys. Aren't we similar in age? I thought we were similar.
I just turned 50 like a week ago.
So I'm only 3 years different. Okay. Yeah, so at this point, I'm like, 15, 16. The little kids are, oh, this is beautiful, though.
Oh, yeah.
Golly, that's beautiful art, animation. You save that, too.
And the whole thing, like you can watch all the episodes on YouTube apparently.
Yeah, there's a whole Battle of the Planet playlist too. It's the American version, but it's still out there. Gosh, that animation's beautiful.
There are actually 2 American adaptations of Gotcha Man.
Yeah.
G-Force and Battle of the Planets. I don't remember which. They're both decently well done, but one of them has more of the original footage. I don't remember which one it is.
I think Battle of the Planets is the more generic one for the masses, where there's a lot more stuff cut out. It's less violent. It's a little more cleaned up for the kiddies compared to
the one where what's his face is not a woman is the less good adaptation. The villain, what's his name? I can't remember his American name anymore. But anyway, I mean, they were both decent, so it wasn't like they were horrible, compared to some anime adaptations.
I'm not sure I understand which character you're talking about. Which character you're talking about?
What's his face?
What do you mean it's not a woman? What are you talking about?
In the original, in Gotcha Man, he's a woman. It's revealed.
Oh, the villain?
Yeah.
The main villain?
Yeah.
Oh, Zoltar?
That's Zoltan or Zoltar is the American name for him, yeah.
Right.
But in one of the American adaptations, they get rid of him being a woman at the end.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay. I don't remember. I thought it could just change. I didn't think it was I thought it was male for general representation, but it was really supposed to be a shapeshifter or something, right? Is that what it was supposed to be or no? I don't remember.
They kind of downplay it.
Okay. You guys are finding all of these. So James has shown another anime looking one. Especially because he's come along when I'm
for me, Pops, again, just dating myself as an 80s child.
Yeah, I think we're at the phase 2. Yeah, this isn't bad. I love all of this animation. I got to spend some time just going into, but the problem is there's just so much of it.
Yeah.
It's beautiful. Look at that.
This was like something
Saber Rider and the Star Sheriff.
Yeah, they redid the dialogue in English or something.
Yeah.
It looks like a Super Sentai show.
Yeah, that stuff is great. Silverhawks. Yeah, we're talking briefly about that kind of stuff.
There was some
no
controversy.
glory, no
about
pain, no
Silverhawks.
gain. One for all and all for one. Yeah.
That's the theme. So
That's the
lyrics
Galaxy
to,
Galaxy
no glory
Rangers.
from the Galaxy Rangers, right there.
Yeah. Yeah. All right, gentlemen. We gotta put a pin in it and call her done. And I can't thank you guys enough for coming and hanging out with me. We had a good time. And
I hope you have a good birthday there, Pops. And
I'm looking forward to it, and I sure appreciate it.
Glad to help you celebrate.
I am. This is what
around the sun.
Yeah, let's do it. Let's do one more time. Let's do another lap. Let's see how it goes. Looking for another year. Doing the Pops channel stuff just made time go by faster in some ways. Yeah, looking forward to just a lot of cool stuff. We were discussing Talk Hard out for several weeks, and I was making you got to be careful asking for recommendations because then you end up with so many you can't even get to them all. And then because you got to figure you got to watch it or whatever. I like to watch some things twice depending on what it is. So yeah, it takes a lot of time. But gentlemen, thank you so much. All of you in chat, those of you that were here for a short period of time, here for a long period of time, whatever that may be. I can't thank you enough. Thank you for all my members. Chris Persia, the mod, Pat S, who's been doing a lot of that work as well. Chris does so much for me. I don't know how to put it into words. It's amazing. So let me do two things. First off, I got to make sure that we can't not have a moment, take a pause for one of the best. You guys are amazing. You guys made this.
Hey, how you doing?
It never gets old to me. I got to have a little Sharkcaster reference for Sharkcaster. He's not here, but he is in my spirit. He's in my love. He's my brother. And then let's see what else happened in the last year. I got to give so Mr. Blooper himself. I actually own this blooper. I don't think he even has this cut. I do.
Oh no!
Yeah, he's completely insane. So yeah, I have all sorts of that kind of stuff in the old library. But with that, we'll shut it down. Again, gentlemen, thank you for hanging out with me for so long. You guys in chat, thank you for everything. We'll go out with Bob Ross. Let's do it. Let's be blessed and another year. Let's do another year.
Ross, all I do is chill. My life is
the thrill. For